Matt's Jason Bourne. Well, probably it was way late.
Yeah, for sure already on
Jason
screen.
Bourne.
It's my bad.
Oh my
Hey
gosh.
everybody, good to see you.
Hi.
Starting
strong. These
We're back.
idiots just get me going. All right, you know what? Let's just jump right into it. Matt's not here, but Flint is.
He could be in
For the sake of brevity.
Matt, for the sake of
Matt could
brevity,
be anywhere right now.
We don't know.
Matt is definitely in a car chase in Venice, Italy right now. But we'll see.
Driving a
him
Mini
soon.
Cooper
Yeah.
downstairs.
Can he pick up my
Exactly.
partner while he's
He's
here?
definitely whatever he's driving, it's on stairs for sure.
Yeah.
And it should not be upstairs.
Just the wheels are stairs.
Yeah.
It's a
clear.
tricycle. Dun, 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 dun.
He goes into a tunnel, but he does not.
Where'd he go?
Who knows?
Who cares?
So anyway,
dangerous.
in our back to reality. In our last
Oh,
session,
there goes gravity.
a little help had returned to Lavaria to set themselves up for an easier route to Barrington. The city that had started this whole journey for a little help was now the location that held a culmination of many of their adversarial obstacles. But it didn't hurt that traveling to Lavaria also meant reuniting with their family members and friends not seen in time. Chad got to speak with his mother. Rosie reconnected with her wife. Morton embarrassed himself in front of the matriarch of the Greyskins while also competing with Maywin over the heart of the Wood Elf heartthrob Laith. It was quite the time. But reunions were cut short as a little help had to go out and find the other adventuring party that was made up of their siblings, children, and loved ones. On the route to the ancient temple where they were said to be, because if Tayaroth has anything, it's ancient temples. And on the route there, where the other group was said to be traveling towards, our party came across a deer with a magical amulet that Maywin was able to snatch from the deer, further just cementing that the Illidan Wild was strange enough. Eventually, our party came across this temple and their captured allies. A group of snake-like humanoids called Wanti were here worshipping Talona, the evil goddess of disease and poison. After slaying their captors, the party released their loved ones, and Flint discovered what the priest Wanti had been praying over. A small box containing a deck of cards, a timeless artifact from before the Divine Blight. That was, so I said it was timeless, but then I literally defined a time where it was from. That was stolen from the temple of Mistra, the goddess of magic, centuries ago. Some members decided to pull some cards, and the deck was shown to be quite powerful. It gave Flint the power of magical wish. It gave Chad the power to erase an event from existence. However, Flint did have to immediately use his wish to reverse the next card that he drew, and Chad did draw a card that has had no seeming effect so far. But the magical item could alter the course Tayaroth is currently set on, for the better. But are the risks worth it? And that is where we left off. You all find yourself in this ancient temple at night. You have rescued your party. You've just fought some specters of death sent forth by this deck.
We murdered some specters.
Yeah. We kicked their ass.
You did. But yeah, I mean, wildlife, the sounds of fauna around. It kicks back up after the chaos of the battle, and your time is yours to do with what you please.
To be clear, you're talking about the chaos of the battle of whether or not to choose a card or not the battle where we honestly did pretty all right.
Who
I
has
forgot
the
how
deck?
many rolls we did.
Who has the deck?
Gave it to...
I think.
I think Chad.
Well, it
Someone
depends
put it
on
in the
if...
bag of
No,
holding.
yeah. Quinn was putting it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Chad grabbed it and pulled some cards.
Right.
Yes.
So Chad.
So Chad's the last
Yes.
one.
Grab
Okay,
the deck
everybody,
or just
if
three
you want
cards?
to just put it in.
Chad has the deck.
Yeah.
I assumed he would have to grab the deck to grab the
Now,
card.
Right, I could just be like, 2 cards, please. Like,
Yeah.
My bag of holding is probably a little more secure than Quinn's. No offense,
Why?
Quinn. You're just really going through some things. Your constitution is weak. Your
What are you
your
talking
mental
about? I'm the one who
stamina.
doesn't want to draw cards.
I feel
What
like
do
we
you mean
should.
my constitution is weak?
Does the party does know that Quinn has drugs, correct?
No.
don't-
They definitely don't know I have.
I
a lot of
definitely
drugs.
don't know.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
so
he
maybe no
takes
one
it
knows then.
Sneakily.
I do not know that you have.
Okay.
I
Cool.
thought
Never
I
mind.
did.
either.
I thought that I like.
You might know that I have like some, but
I think
have
what the party
a
knows
lot.
is that he tried it. I don't think the party knows that
Yes.
he
Right.
has some current.
I don't know he tried. I was gone for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
you
be
might not
fine.
know.
No
You
idea.
might not even know
Yeah.
he tried it, but those who do
Yeah.
know, I think, know that he tried it to have a good time. But I don't think anybody knows that he has done it a second time and still has.
Yeah, I loudly look at everybody and go, "Hope everyone's sober here."
I
And then
loudly
I go
look.
and start taking. No, I did not say that.
Go ahead. Morton, the only other really thing that you do find of note is the sword that the large Wanti had. It is a sword with a golden handle, golden pommel, but it's been worn, and so it's almost more of a brass color, maybe copper. And it has a long, bright jade blade that is definitely magical, as you know, jade itself would not be super useful as a weapon, but it has been magically reinforced and also therefore shows no sign of aging. This is clearly a magical weapon of some kind. Should you attune to it or cast Identify on it, you would know the specifics, but that is what you know.
I'm gonna attune to it to see
You
what's
want me
up.
to take a look at it first, maybe?
Didn't you just use your identify on
I got identify for days, baby.
Do you? Do you? Oh well, then that's probably.
I mean, if we wait 10 minutes, I could do it unlimited times.
Do we have time?
I feel like maybe just to get even the others together and make sure they're all right is going to take 10 minutes.
I would say just go ahead.
Smart, and I hand over the blade, though I am eager to.
Little
For sure.
elevator music.
Yeah, so
That's what the sound of
Quinn.
identify is.
yeah. So Quevin?
Couple name.
So Quinn.
Oh, I
It's
forgot
my fake
Chad.
character
Yeah,
and
Quinn's
Evan's
fake
real
character. Yeah.
By the way,
Real character.
all of my characters are just me.
Yeah, I mean, none of us know the true Evan. That is for sure. Quinn starts to cast Identify. What is everybody else doing? Chad, you were about to say.
Yeah, I would just, as this is happening, I just pocket the deck. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm just not gonna let people argue where it goes. I'll just put it in my bag, and then I go and check on my sister.
She is tired. She's checking on everybody else, but she's very happy to see you. She gives you a big hug, and she says, "How are you doing? It's so good to see you. I'm sorry that this happened."
But I mean, you don't have to be sorry about it. Just, I get it. Things don't always go to plan, but just be more careful next time.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm just
just-
glad you're okay.
It came out of nowhere. We fought that beast so easily, and I don't know, maybe got a little bit too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But you should have seen me, Chad. I kicked some ass.
I have no doubt. And one of these days, I mean, I'm gonna have to truly see it in action. But
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm so glad to see you guys.
Yeah.
How's Mom?
She seems okay. Definitely worried
Yeah.
about you and trying not to show it as she does, but she's definitely worried. So she'll be glad you're back. But
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
As this is happening, Maywin, you are currently getting smothered with kisses and cuddles from Batty. Is there anything specific that you do with her?
Hold on, I want to see real quick if I still can do this. Yeah, I'm gonna use my last wild shape and wild shape into a giant badger so that I can talk to her
Yeah.
yes.
and just cuddle.
Mom, it's so good to
Hi.
see you.
I miss you.
I missed you. Where have you been?
It's a long story, but we're gonna stop a war.
Oh, what's a
Mhm.
war?
Oh, a lot of people fighting.
Oh, well, that's good to
Yeah.
stop that.
Yes.
How's Bo? Is Bo okay?
Bo's good. I saw Bo. He's good.
Good. So good to see you, Mom.
Hey, Batty, you don't like Warren more than me now, do you?
What?
I just gotta ask. You don't, right?
No, Warren's great, but your mom.
Okay, good. Okay.
Speaking of, Warren kind of steps up and he leans on Batty and looks over at you. Hey, Maywin. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm a badger, man.
You're looking good. Looking. It's so cool that you can do that. I don't know if you can understand me. I think you can. But I just wanted to say, thanks for coming here. I almost had it, but it's good that you guys showed up anyway, just in case. So, yep. I hope you guys have a good conversation. I'll be over here. Just if you, wanted to talk, catch up. Been a while. Good to see you. And he walks away.
I'm feeling really disappointed in a large majority.
I just kind of look at him as though I may or may not understand the whole time he's talking.
Yeah, he feels very awkward, and he walks away.
We go back to Kevin.
Quinn, you are approached by Sydney, and she gives you a big hug.
Am I still casting?
Yeah, you are, but she comes up from behind you and gives you a hug.
Babe. I'm just in the groove.
She just whispers in your ear that she's very happy to see you, and she gives you a kiss on the cheek and walks away to let you cast. Rosie.
I would just use the sending stone to
Yes.
contact Gil Marie
Okay,
and
good.
let her know that we found the kids. Everybody's okay. There's some weird stuff going on, and we found a really fun deck of playing cards. Just a deck of playing cards. Don't worry about anything else.
She will share her excitement for the fact that you found everyone and that they're okay, and be very thankful. And she will tell you to be safe but quick on your return home. And she will sound very confused about the deck of cards and is not sure why you mentioned it, but otherwise is very happy to see you soon. And just tells you to watch over him. That's probably it. Eric, this blade is known as Talona's blade. As you are looking at it, you notice that the blade kind of morphs and has the ability to shift to its preferred user's method. This is a weapon that can be either a rapier or a longsword, depending on the user's preference. It is a +1, either rapier or longsword. It gives the user the ability to cast the poison spray cantrip at will, and also does an extra D8 of poison damage.
Wow.
Wow.
Here's what the sword does.
Oh.
What that guy said.
What that guy said. Do you guys just hear that? Do you guys just hear that voice? That really loud, deep voice in the sky?
I slash at it. No, that's it's rather nice. I have to look to see if I'm better with my current rapier. You know what? This kind of sounds better than the one that I have.
Any objections?
Any objections?
Given the
Just be
vampire magic
careful,
sword.
Morton.
Given the vampire magic sword. Any objections?
He
Oh
already
my
had
god,
a magic
I literally
sword,
already have
Finn.
one.
Yeah, right. I mean, I feel like the poison is
Fucking
better
baby.
than necrotic. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the old one. We can
It's
use that
Navarra's
instead of-
rapier. It's decursed, so you won't have to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, it probably does better than my dagger. At least a little bit, maybe. How many necrotic does that sword do? Is it
D6,
just a
I think.
D6?
1d4.
Oh, D4.
Oh, a D4?
It was an early
It's about the
magic
same
item.
then.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so may I actually keep my...
well, because you first of all, can you use? Oh yeah, you're a dexterity fighter. So yeah, so you. I mean, it would be rapiers are a D8 though, whereas a dagger is a D4. So right now you have
That's true.
you have two D4s, and this would be a D8 and a D4. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
two weapon
'cause
fighting
my-
it wouldn't matter either.
Right, because my dagger is a D4 and
that's
then
a
a D6
Oh, okay, so yeah,
or acid. So that's why it's like the same additional, but I would have a couple more points.
possible. Yeah.
Or I could give you
Possible for
another
the
plus
initial
one
hit.
dagger, and I'll keep this too.
If you want to dual wield, that's fine too.
Oh, I guess I did technically do that in this last with my shadow blade. That's what I used
Can
in
you
the last.
Yeah.
can you
thing.
attune to both of them?
Huh?
Can you attune to? You can't-
I think that there's slots for like wearing attuned items, but I don't think there's a limit on weapon attunements. Yeah, there's
you
a
have three. Oh yeah.
yeah. You can
total
have 3
attuned.
total attuned items, but I think all 3 could be weapons.
Yeah, I think. so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you can only be attuned to 3, and and Navarro's rapier and Salona's blade definitely both require attunement.
Yeah. Let me. How do you spell the
Talona?
what,
Talona.
Got it right.
Oh, it's not in the thing. Sorry, this
Here
is a
I am.
homebrewed magic item. I apologize.
Here
I
I am.
Once again.
I'm torn.
What I would suggest is just get a +1 rapier and then just like add.
Yeah, that's what I
stuff.
did for the dragon tooth dagger.
Great.
Dragon tooth dagger, I think, is an item.
Is
He
it?
said.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh yeah.
And what was it? Can cast.
I think the fire
Just
scimitar is the one that you might have edited.
Yeah, I just had a +1 and then added my little.
What'd you say, Evan?
What is it? It's you can cast.
You can cast the poison spray cantrip at will. So basically, what I would do, as long as you're attuned to this item, I would just add poison spray to your cantrip list. If you, but if
Yeah.
not, you can just have it narratively there, and then it also does an extra D8 of poison damage.
Was Navarra's a rapier +1 or just a rapier?
I think it was also a
Uh,
+1.
Yes, it is the +1 rapier.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if no one else wants. the
Well,
rapier,
it
I'll take
sounds
it.
like. Are you dual wielding rapiers now, Evan? Do you have? You don't have
Shadow
2-weapon
blade.
fighting. That's the thing.
No. No. Hold on. There was something.
You can
that,
still dual wield.
Yeah, because that's what I did in the last battle. I used a shadow blade. I used my shadow blade spell.
Yeah, but that's a
as well as
spell,
the
not
fire
a.
blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't add your modifiers to your second attack.
Yeah, but rogues are meant to kind of use their bonus actions for other things.
Mhm.
So you're more of a 1-weapon fighter, IMO, but also it's your character.
Right.
Yeah. No, I would give. If I would give it to anybody, I'd be like, I've held on to this long enough, and I've made it safe. I'm such a good friend.
That rolls his eyes.
All right.
I'm Navarro's rapier.
So
Want the dragon tooth dagger then? I mean, I can just keep it as a backup, but
I'll take it for fun.
there you go.
well, I feel like you have what, like 3 weapons now. I feel if someone else wants,
If he gave you the
dagger, it's
rapier,
better
it would
than a
just be
normal.
he would just have the blade and the.
If
dagger.
I was technical, I do have 3. One's a regular dagger, one's a +1 dagger, and one is the rapier.
I don't really use daggers, so I don't need it.
Yeah.
Warren kind of looks over and he says, I wouldn't mind taking a dragon tooth dagger. if
We'll have to
that's-
ask your
I
mom.
look to Laura as soon as he says something like, "Laura, are you?"
I mean, we can
kinda-
sell it.
I mean, I
for
could.
party funds.
Laura says, I mean, I wouldn't mind a dragon tooth dagger.
Well, I'm not the owner, so
I'd rather give
whoever-
it to someone that can use it than sell it, to be honest. And If none of us want it, and
I could always use it. I will.
Warren and Laura both look at each other and then both start running to you.
Chad like holds it up and like sees who gets there first.
They're
He's
gonna
like, yes.
let's roll.
Can
to
you
find
drop
out.
it on one of them by accident?
They both get a +4 to this. I'll roll in the chat. That was Warren who got an 8.
Yikes.
And that is 16,
Ooh.
Laura. She runs forward and grabs Warren's shoulders and uses them to like thrust her up and like grab the dagger from your hands.
Good.
Unlucky Warren. Sorry, Laura won.
Warren, like-
you were too busy flirting with badgers.
What? Mom?
What?
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 Mom?
What did you say?
Are we getting out of
You're
here?
flirting with Batty?
No, Batty's
I know.
my friend, dude.
I'm still a badger, by the way.
Some of the best friends make the best lovers.
Whoa! Thanks for saving us,
I
guys.
smack him in the face.
Smack who?
You.
I'd back up. Like, no, I disagree.
I disagree. I'll give the dagger to Laura and say, just so you know, it's fine now. But this almost turned me into a dragon when I first started carrying this. Like scales all up my arm. It was
I
crazy.
forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
But it's fine now. I mean, I've been using it since and
Okay.
nothing. But like, if you ever see a scale and it's not eczema, just
Tell
let
me immediately.
All right.
And it's not eczema. Shouldn't you
Well,
tell
yeah.
anybody if you got that so you can get the ointments and
Well,
creams and stuff for that?
I mean, I'm just saying she doesn't have to tell me if she doesn't want if she has eczema and like, but if it's a dragon scale, I should know so I can let Rosie know to cure. I'm not
Right.
looking into
Did we
knowing her
not? Did we
whole
not cure the
medical.
dagger?
We did. I'm
We
just
did.
saying I don't know how magic and curses work. If it comes back for whatever reason with a new user or something, I want to be
Mm.
prepared.
Factory reset.
Exactly.
Oh,
Just
Fair
don't
And then
put a paperclip in that one spot of the dagger. Over
I give it to
7 years.
Laura.
All right. So, you all leave the area of the temple. Do you camp for the evening, or camp for the night, or do you just start making your way back?
Did we need to find anything in the temple or just the people? We weren't going for the temple to any other reason.
I mean,
That's-
they had
that's
heard of
artifact.
they had heard of a magical item, and you're pretty sure that's the deck for sure. But other than that, no, there was no.
Okay. Yeah, then I camp away from
Yeah,
the temple.
I think we should
Just go a little bit away.
take a
and then-
rest.
Maybe an hour or two travel away from the temple.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
whose
Easily
temple
done.
was this?
Talona, Talona, the goddess of disease.
What a fun temple.
Yeah.
Can,
Very
Can
clean,
I-
surprisingly.
before we leave, like as we're leaving, just like take a second to just do God things, like just
Yeah,
take a
if
deep
as long as
breath
you
and see
describe
if
them.
there's- yeah. I just want to see if I can get any sense of like divine spirit here, or like is there
Roll a
like,
roll
a
a
contact I can make?
roll
or-
a like a spell attack, wisdom saving throw, your wisdom modifier, and your proficiency.
Soon, was Talona your friend? Are you and Talona still friends? Roll a spell attack.
Get a reset.
or wisdom
No.
save. It's just your wisdom save. Your wisdom. I don't know what to call these checks, but it's your wisdom
God
check.
checks.
But your God check.
Prayer checks.
Wisdom plus your proficiency.
Make a prayer attack against God.
Spell attack is different than my wisdom.
Well, but I said or wisdom saving throw. They
Isn't
should,
that what
they should
divine
be the same,
intervention is?
right? Well, no, because your spell attack is
Because I think that this is a little bit important, I'm going to use my inspiration.
okay.
Oh, better. That is a 23.
With a 23, as everybody's kind of like packing up, you take a second to like find a moment of zen and breathe in and feel the energy of this place. You felt a lot more connected to Dune. You understand what it's like to reach out to the divine plane material, and you reach out, and with a 23, you are very confident about the fact and very surprised about the fact that there is no remnant of divine energy at this temple. Usually a temple of a god, even one of the banished gods, has some kind of remnant or mark or stain of the divine energy that once held its place here, but this place is barren of divine energy.
Hmm.
It feels almost like
Like-
it gives you like almost like a chill up your spine. It's
yeah,
like it's
I
like
was thinking
eerie.
I'll, like, ooh,
Yeah.
shiver and kind of, oh guys, wait for me.
Yeah. It's like reaching out to the beyond and discovering that there's just nothing.
Oh god.
Like that feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
exactly.
We all know the feeling of reaching out to the beyond.
Yeah, and finding
Listen,
nothing.
if you're gonna tell me you don't, you're lying to me.
Morton has evidence. Morton has evidence 2 times of there being at least a little something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, as you guys find your camp for the evening, you are able to make it throughout the night with various watches happening, but nothing occurs that is of note. And the next day, the sun begins to shine, and although it is still under the heavy canopy of the ancient trees above, you are able to see the forest floor once again and are able to start packing up and making your way to the city of Lavaria. As you begin to travel, I need everyone
Aw.
to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
No.
Do you mean everybody?
And I mean everybody.
I should have
you
saved
not
my
mean everyone?
inspiration.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Ah!
Is this
Got a 21.
this is the next day, right?
This is
Let
the
me-
next day.
Oh,
Let me
good.
rest.
Well,
because I have
Yeah, let me
inspiration,
add
I
a
can
long
do
rest
some
before
things.
anything else.
Guys, I was down to
15.
28 hit points. Just saying.
Yikes.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 26.
13.
I got a
Oh,
5.
I didn't flip the coin, not 26. 25.
Jesus.
Help.
it doesn't matter that I have passive perception of 20.
No.
Is that dexterity? Does that have
no.
anything to do with dexterity?
Damn. I can see.
Coming
better.
in. Fight, fight.
Okay,
fight.
so Angie, what did you get?
5.
And Chad, you got an
13.
and then the silver steps. Okay. So
That's my best
Laura-
saving throw, and I fucked it up.
Laura, Warren, Sydney, Quinn, and Maywin, you all start to feel like the Illidan wilds around you are getting thicker and more dense, and almost as if like the sticks and vines and flora of the forest is moving. You start to feel them wrap around you and close in around you as you know, it started off as just like gaps diminishing between trees, and then you were like pushing yourself through gaps, and now it feels as if it's about to suffocate you. And you, in the last moment before a thick vining of roots and tree branches covers your path, are able to dodge out of the way. And in front of you, you see, as you start to like back up, you see what is like basically a giant, like, and we're talking like 25, 30-foot diameter ball of just hardened tree roots and vines that is formed in the forest. And everybody who got a below a 20,
Not me, famously not me.
you find yourselves within this ball
Oh
of
no.
Oh.
hardened roots and trees and vines. And, you know, immediately the people on the outside start like trying to pull at it, trying to see what's happening. And while you guys are on the outside trying to figure out what's happening, those of you on the inside, it's not just a flat out ball and you're hollow inside of it. It still feels like there's like trees and like the forest around you, but it's been enclosed by this wall. And as you are making your way
Downtown.
as you are making your way through this like tight forest area, you start to hear noise above you, more than you hear at first, and you move. And from the trees above you, you see branches and thick roots or vines starting to move and make their way through the canopy. And
is there anything wooden near me that's connected to what we're looking at? It's like
I mean,
small.
there's all kinds of wood around. It's everything seems interconnected and woven.
I cast Prestidigitation to just like cause a little flame to hit one of the like vine things nearest to me.
Okay, yeah.
To see if I can light it on fire and to see if that has any effect on anything.
I would try to stop you if you did this.
You're on the
I
other
would say,
side of
wait.
the wall.
Yeah, you're on the other side of the wall. You can't
Oh,
see.
never mind. JK.
You were
You,
too good at Dex
I
saving.
peek my head out. You can't help
I have a
me.
plan.
You feel the flame like touch the plant, and the leaf that you touch like kind of recoils a little bit, but it is like a thick, like rainforest almost type plant. It's just like it's hard to just
I
get
was
it
trying
alight.
to see if it echoed throughout the whole thing. To see
I
if,
totally
like,
understand.
is
Yeah,
this
yeah, but it
gonna
doesn't.
be a-
But you feel confident that that is not the case. However,
the flame at the end of my finger just goes
however, these branches and vines and roots that are making their way, you start to notice that there's a pattern, and that certain of them do seem connected, though not where you are. As these are not branches and vines, these are long, 10-foot, crooked limbs
Oh, jeez.
that are crawling through
I
the
don't have a
forest. And you see a spindly stick of a creature covered in vines and roots lower itself with its feet and its arms as they curl around tree trunks, and it lowers itself down with this horrible creaking noise. And then you see its face, pure white, almost skull of a face.
Oh no.
Two large nostrils where a nose would be, peering eyes that look down at you, and a wide, toothy grin as it stares
Nope.
down at you,
Nope.
smiling.
Ew, God, get it out.
Mom?
Hello.
No. I just got goosebumps. That's so great. Good. Except.
It's been a long time since I've seen travelers.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I am
Pleasure is
full
mine.
charm.
He reaches out like a full 10-foot long arm that ends in these spindly fingers that are about a
Ugh.
foot in length as they wrap around your hand, completely covering your forearm and hand in a
Ugh.
firm handshake, and then just pulls back. My name is Huckshank.
Gorgeous name. Is that a family name?
It's a name given to me. It's a name
Ah, what does it mean?
You'd have to ask those who gave it.
Are they here?
Excuse me, can we please, our friends are on the other side and we just want to pass through the forest. We won't disturb you.
Oh, of course. Just want to back. I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, we
No,
could state the
you-
T. I look at Rosie, and underneath the charisma, I'm panicking. I'm full ass panicking. Like,
Oh, there'll be no time. For the test is upon us.
I hate
Tess?
Tess.
All
What-
you
what kind
have
of
to do, you see, I'm old creature. Been here for quite some time. I protect.
day over 100.
these- Will you shut up?
You're right. I panic and I talk. That's on me.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by your undead friend, I am old. And I like new things. Because I don't get a lot of new things here in the jungle. Not anymore. Oh, please, give me something. Or tell me something new. Something I've never seen or heard. You can do that. Each one of you. Then, well, I'll let you. And as a reminder, it is Morton, Rosie, Chad, Flint, Shale, and Edmund who are in here.
Ah, shit.
Shale is...
Pissing himself.
Yeah, he's very
Like
scared.
he's got pee pants.
Flint is just... Flint is very close to getting into it.
Flint, maybe you should take. You could take Shale and you could just go get in.
I don't know how many times I've told you I can't do that yet. Right now it's just me. I can't bring anybody else in there yet.
Oh, I thought you could. I thought you did once. My apologies. I didn't mean to bring it up. I'm sorry. I hope you don't feel emasculated. I'm so sorry.
No. Honestly, I don't really mind feeling emasculated now. It's just not the time.
Oh no, why are you so good at playing that?
And on that, Flint looks up at Huckshank and says, I'm a cuck. And Huckshank tilts his head, tilting in almost like a 180-degree angle,
Ugh.
and then comes back, well, I have to admit that's something I've never heard before. And he reaches out and wraps his tentacle-like fingers around Flint's head and rips him out of this ball that you are in, and you don't see him anymore.
Oh. Do the people downstairs see him?
Sorry,
Nope.
Shale.
See him either.
Excuse me?
Shale, you want
I
to
don't
go
want
next?
to tell him anything.
Follow your dad?
You don't. Shale steps forward. Hi,
Son of a
Mr.
cuck.
Huckshank. And he.
I'll like go up and whisper in his ear to give like a monologue or something that I doubt anyone does theater for this creature, so just go for it. And I'll like slap him on the shoulder.
He steps
They're
forward.
older than theater.
And he does this spoken word poetry monologue that he did for Flint a few episodes ago. And the creature like gets visibly more annoyed the further he goes, until eventually he says, "Fine, shut up!" And he grabs Shale and he rips him out of the hole.
So he did improv.
He did a little bit of improv.
That'll get you ripped right out of there.
Right.
All right, who's next?
Oh. Chad, you go ahead.
Yes, Chad, you go ahead.
Oh, hey. I mean, I kind of look to the group. I was like, there's one thing I could give that I doubt this creature has. I don't know if that's something we want to lose at this point.
I don't know. We won't lose it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just whatever works.
Well, I'm saying you either give him an item or you say a story. I'm saying it. We recently got an item I could give.
I'll take an item.
Yeah.
You could ask if they've heard of it first. Is that how that works?
I don't want.
Honestly, give it.
Did
It's
you guys
only
think
gonna
I
cause
should?
harm. Hurt our.
I know we were saying how
Edmund
we
looks at
did
you
it,
and he
but-
says, "Imagine that creature."
That's kind of what I was
nods his
thinking
head,
too. Yeah.
pulls one of the good cards.
Mhm.
What would it
Right,
do?
Right. Okay, and I look at the creature and say, I'm gonna tell you a story that you probably haven't.
I'm
heard
over
before."
stories. I want items.
They fucked it for the rest of us, didn't they? They really.
You can tell me something if you want, but not a story. I'm bored of your stories. And the clock is ticking, Chad.
It's fair. What if I told you I'm the son of a deceased king, and I didn't know it until recently?
Which
And I was betrayed by my unknown, the king of, or the previous king, the late king of Tayaroth.
Oh. Ah, yes, the monarch Asiak. And you know that Asiak was Zane's grandfather. This creature is, and those are elves. So this creature is clearly like out of time.
Jesus Christ.
Not out of time, but like out of time. Like,
Yeah.
You're out of time, creature.
And I just nod and say,
You are the son of Aesara?
Yep. His blood runs in my veins.
You see, he starts to get very angry and sinister, almost as if he understands that you're lying, and then you say his blood runs through my veins, and he stops. Very well. He grabs your head and thrusts you out of this ball.
Well,
It's you and me, Morton.
Edmund hasn't said anything.
Oh, yeah.
Edmund.
Right. Sure. Fine. I'll go. Hi, Mr. Hooks. I was in the body of a changeling, absorbed through some kind of weird ancient magic, and he controlled me and my abilities for decades.
Good answer. Good answer.
He kind of tilts his head looking at him. What is the name of this creature? Says his name was Quiz Rizik. Ah, Quiz!
Oh,
Such
no.
a good friend. Is he?
Oh.
How is he?
Oh,
And,
no.
Edmund?
I put my head down and go, oh no.
Edmund just stares straight ahead and says, right, he's been killed, sir.
No, God.
And Akshay says, oh, I'm sure he'll be back. And he reaches forward and grabs
no.
Edmund and pulls him out. All right, just the two of you left. The bar has been set.
That's fair. Rosie,
We-
do you have anything off the top of your head? I've got something, and it literally only applies to me. If you want it.
No, you go ahead. I have 270. How old am I? I don't know. Worth of secrets and things. So, go ahead, Morton. Go.
All right. Hello. Hi, I'm a vampire that hunts vampires because I hate myself.
Oh, think that's new?
I've never heard of a vampire going against his own kind before, but
All you do is hate yourselves, vampire.
A wolf
You
from
should-
Evernight, I don't think does. Yeah, he's the one who turned me.
Still around.
Yes, he's currently in Bayhearth or Barrington. Which one?
Barrington.
Barrington. Currently in Barrington.
Not so far away.
No, not at all. It's
Very
actually-
far from me. I'll never be there.
Why not?
I can't leave. I
Oh,
don't want to talk about it.
All right, that's
Oh.
fair. That's fair.
Is his brother alive? Is
Wolfram?
he who you got the idea from?
Is whose brother alive? Wolfram's brother?
Yes.
Would I know Wolfram's brother?
You've
Off the
never
top
heard
of
of
my
Wolfram having a brother?
Um,
He's one of your kind. He fights your kind.
no, does he?
Yes.
Wolfram never mentioned him to me. What is his name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Do
He
you remember?
had a nickname that he liked to go by.
What was that?
Shadow, Shade, something like that.
Huh.
What?
I know the Shade. I've met the Shade.
Ah, his brother is alive.
Look at that.
Oh, thank you for reminding me of my memories. So, something old is yet new again. Ah, what a conundrum! And he reaches out and grabs you and rips you
Son
out
of a
of the ball. Oh, little tiny older lady, you're the only one that's left. You want to stay? Stay with me. No one has ever chosen that. Please.
That's really nice offer, but my family would miss me greatly. I have and I'll open up my bag of holding and see what is closest to the top. And I'll pull out a timpani. This could help keep you entertained in the forest. And I'll like pat,
You see his hand, his arms like go around two trees on one side, one tree on the other, and still meet at the timpani as he just.
Oh, beautiful music! Very good. You know, the cuck back there used to play this a lot. He loved it.
I suppose you've all passed. Yes. Say hello to your friends outside for me. They were just a little too fast. And he grabs you and throws you back. Those of you on the outside, only like 30 seconds have passed of you like trying to like pull at this, see what this thing is. And all of a sudden, as all of you have gotten thrust outside, you all get thrust out at the same time. And you land on the other side of this ball, and then the branches and vines slowly, like, not slowly, like, quickly, like, pull away and, like, become a part of the forest again. And then there's just, like, a 20-foot gap in between you, and you see each half of the party. And those of you who are waiting outside of the ball, on the other half of the party, or behind them, you see the city of Lavaria. Just, like, 100 feet away.
I think we can all agree that we need to burn the entire forest down.
No, I don't think
that was
You guys.
That was quite honestly the most horrifying thing that I've ever experienced.
I never want to see anything like that again.
I'm literally undead, and that shit. I don't want whatever that form of life is. My God,
my goosebumps have goosebumps.
Happened.
Bad.
I don't even know if we can explain it to you.
There was a guy, I think he just wanted friends, but he went about it the wrong way. That's not how you make friends.
I mean, are we even sure they're a he? That was ageless and near formless.
Oh, thank you. Yes, you're right, Morton. They just wanted some friends, I think.
What was their name?
Huckshank.
Huckshank, yes.
Huckshank.
Oh, you guys met Huckshank?
Shut the fuck up. You shut your fucking mouth. You went in there.
That's so funny.
He wanted something from us, and we just told him something, and he counted it as new, and then let us go.
Real quick sidebar: you got yanked out beforehand, Chad. The Shade is Wolfram's brother and is also a vampire, and hunts vampires.
What?
Are we
That
sure
makes
about that?
sense. That adds up.
I don't know if he is a vampire.
I thought the Shade was just a normal guy.
That's what
he said he was undead of some kind, but I thought
related
it was like
Literally
yeah, he
Wolfram's
came back.
brother.
Yeah,
that
I
was
thought he,
explain why he
Wolfram's brother.
didn't die.
But when we first met him, he was a person, right?
No, not that we knew of. He always
think
wore a
so.
shade. I wear a hood and all that stuff. The shade always did this. His hood came off when we were indoors. Never outdoors.
Should we Wikipedia it?
What the fuck is that?
What's that?
No, we've already have
I'll-
Huckshanks. That's a new
commune.
word for us.
it's commune. Wikipedia.
Well, the city seems to be here.
Yeah.
Let's
Were
go.
we
Let's
traveling
make sure he
while
didn't.
that all happened? What?
This is.
It was
You
I
gotta
need
find
another
the city
map.
when you need
really
to.
are a crazy place.
Yeah. What were you all doing out here?
Hanging out.
Just waiting.
It was like 30 seconds.
Sydney elbows Quinn very hard and says, "We were trying to get you out."
Insight.
Roll an insight check.
God.
14.
Sydney was trying to get you out. You don't know about everybody else.
Thank you, Sydney. I also realize I'm out in the sun. I put my hood of darkness. Like,
Yeah,
ow.
the canopy was helping you a lot, but yeah, it is better to have.
Well, I mean, since we're this close, we might as well just get in to Lavaria
Yeah,
and we
absolutely.
can talk more about what just happened. But
Yeah,
let's just at least
Mhm.
get,
It looks like
get
the
these guys
real
home.
Lavaria, right? It's not like
It does look like the real Lavaria.
Oh
As a
God,
matter of
I didn't
fact,
think of that.
there's a figure running towards you, his hair billowing in the wind.
I
as he
fall
runs.
into his arm. I fall into his arm. He gets close to me. I collapse and
You
I
dunk it, you would
swoon.
not get past him.
Yeah, no.
I go, oh,
Poor
late,
Emily.
and do this right through his arm.
He's about like 50 feet away from your group right now, but he's
Well, I
currently
run
running.
towards him and then
It's
do
the
it.
longest
I
fight
throw
ever.
the oil
Okay,
No, no, no. I
Hold on.
would tell you to stop Quinn.
Okay, so hold on. So Morton sees the sexy man running, and he starts running towards him. Quinn goes to cast a spell, and Maywin stops Quinn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have like a vial of like oil in my ass.
Okay.
Do you?
I thought you were going to say
Quinn,
like a vial of acid.
No,
He's,
let's make him trip. I don't know.
he's about to make such a. He's gonna already make a fool of himself. Like save that. If he's into that, then I'm out. You know.
Leif
Secure attachment
Alright.
style.
Leif comes running. What do you do, Morton? As he gets closer to you.
I do a pratfall a la swoon into his arms.
You start
Or-
falling
is that-
towards him. He does catch you. He's, oh gosh, are you? What's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm sorry, we met a creature by the name of Huckshanks, and I thought it was the end, but what a salve for sore eyes to see you come running to our aid in this time.
Oh well, yeah, no problem. Here, let me help you up, and he helps you.
Oh, thank you. And I do, not grossly, but I do like give it a little squeeze of his little biceps as he gets me up.
I'm gonna
Like, oh,
I'm gonna hop on Batty and get there
Thank you.
like not too far after.
Uh-huh.
Say, Morton, did you fall again?
I did. I was overwhelmed by the horror we just witnessed. Thank you for working so hard to help. Oh, you didn't. Thank you for working so hard to get us out of there. I really appreciated it. May's been very, very helpful, especially with her new companion. She loves that thing. Loves it more than I think anything.
Well,
In-
that
in-
thing,
in
you
the
mean
world.
Batty? Yeah.
Oh, yes, Batty.
Batty's great. Yeah, Batty's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Batty, good to
Yeah.
see you. Leif
We
comes up-
rescued
Don't
her.
say that thing.
and then he looks up at Maywin and says, and looks over at Morton and says, "You were very brave."
I was.
Well, hey, good to see. I'm glad you guys were able to find everybody. Hey, Warren, what's up? He comes up to Warren, and the two of them do like a secret handshake. That's like,
Amazing.
And
Oh no, Warren's gonna hate Leaf.
and Sydney walks up and gives him a fist bump. Laura acts very flustered and blushes around Leif.
Oh no, Laura.
Almighty.
That's like visibly is like, oh shit.
Campaign 2, Tayaroth Degrassi. But you are able to walk into the city, and you have arrived.
Oh, it's
I
good to be back.
have my arm around Leif for a little bit, and then I back up and go to Chad after a little bit once the badger comes up. I go,
The badger.
I'm
He
pretty
said the badger.
You did
Yeah,
hear
the
that.
badger. Aren't there two? There's two that are with us, right?
Well, no, man,
Yeah,
that was last
currently,
night.
but-
That was...
Yeah, I'm not a badger anymore.
No, but I thought the
No, Bo stayed behind. Bo
Yeah.
stayed
Oh,
behind.
thank you.
I'm gonna
I
take
thought
Either
Bo
way,
stayed
you
with
know
us.
their names.
Either way, it's
Show them
baddie.
respect.
I back up to Chad and I go, I'm like 90% sure that he's straight as an arrow, but it was nice to get the biceps for a little bit. Did Quinn try to do something?
He was gonna. I mean, and in all honesty, I think Laura might also have a crush. So I was about to also sabotage you a little bit.
No.
I think maybe you just gotta back off at this point.
Oh no, I was going to. The second that I swooned and the badger came in, I knew.
Yeah.
Edmund, who's standing next to Chad, puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Don't worry, Morton. Somebody's gonna like you."
See, the way that you phrased that was worse than what you
Oh,
could have
right.
said.
Oh, sorry. What? No, I meant it in a good way. I meant like somebody.
No. I get what you were trying to say, but what you said,
Right. Yeah.
was
Somebody will like you someday. That's bad.
yeah. That is
right.
what you said.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Probably not even true.
I look over at Quinn, just this guy. I don't.
I maybe just let love find you.
Right.
Oh, I have several times.
Oh. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And I mean it. And I kind of like look at Edmund. It's been successful in the past, but just maybe not try so hard, and just let it.
Oh, you think that was trying hard? I fell into his arms. He didn't have to
Oh.
catch me.
Well, yeah, but you still fell into his. You ran to him, Morton. You full on sprinted towards him.
I'm good at running. I have a walking speed of 45. That's not that much. I get what you're saying.
That's all I wanted to say is just let it happen. If it happens, it happens. And if they're interested in others, maybe let that happen too.
He's got nice arms.
I mean,
will
he's
say that.
a very beautiful man.
They're firm.
I'm not denying that by any means, but
Oh, they're firm. And I
Rosie's
remember
just
our
sitting by
conversation.
Quinn, going like, "I don't get it. What is it about men?"
I don't know.
What is it about men?
I don't know. Quinn's only got eyes for Chad, so
Why do men? Yeah, we know this. Canon. We know this.
Canon.
What do you guys do? You're in the city of Bavaria. You can do anything you want.
I have sex with Lath.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
They've been meeting in secret this whole time.
Me and my drug buddies.
I mean, I would go with Laura back to mom to like bring her home and let them have their moment and be with like my whole family, the whole two of them, for a moment.
You go home. Your mom is asleep in her room.
Okay.
So she's like, you like walk in and she's
I'm
like,
sure he was about to be like, "Your mom is dead."
no.
So-
You walk in and she's
I'm gonna sleep
very,
forever now.
she's very tired, and you come over and she's like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so glad you're home. Did you find Laura?"
Here, I was just gonna let you know that we were both back safe. But if you need to rest, you should do that. Have you eaten today? Can I bring you something? Okay. I'll like look around the room for any dishes that
Don't
would
say
see if like. Okay, and I'll like give her a little kiss on the forehead, and then
Yeah.
I'll gesture to Laura to follow me and go to the kitchen and start making her a plate.
Okay. Follows you. Sydney finds a moment alone with you, Quinn. Hey, how's it been these last couple weeks?
Oh, same old fighting gods.
Yeah.
Making pacts with devils. That's what we do.
I heard you fought a dragon?
I don't know about fought so much as like ran away from.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's a dragon.
It was a dragon. It was a really big dragon. But we spotted her. I mean, we spotted that they were not a dragon. They were who they said they were. We got right out of there as soon as the dragon came. I could have taken it though.
Of course.
Yeah.
You should have seen. You should have seen us with that beast. We did a good job.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys did. So you guys got a little game going on.
Yeah. It's actually been. I mean, I've missed you a lot, but it's kept my mind off of things. It's been nice to go out there with Lara and Warren, and yeah, we even have we've named ourselves.
Well, I have to hear it so I can write a song about it.
Well, we were inspired by all of you. So we're just we're the tiny helpers.
When last.
I voted against it. But yeah,
So you guys like an offset of a little help? Is that?
I guess we're like your sidekicks, and she like playfully like ribs you.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what it sounds like. Oh, that's good. I like the name. It fits.
Yeah, well, especially if Shale joins us. He was talking to me. He was chatting up a storm on the way back.
Yeah, Shale is very green to the whole adventuring thing, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. I think he'll be good.
Yeah, he seems pretty quick on his feet. I think he'll fit right in with us. That's
Yeah.
the one thing that we have going for us is all of us are we're pretty agile, pretty stealthy.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Maybe you
that-
could
all of us.
use us to break into a city that you were trying to get into.
Barrington. I mean, I don't know if I want to put tiny helpers in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
You guys seem to be safe being Lavarian heroes. Maybe.
Lavarian heroes. Yeah, that's what we are.
Mm.
Instead of being babysat. I get it. It's just hard to come to terms with the fact that you actually aren't able to take care of yourself.
You don't think you can take care of yourself?
I mean, yes, I do, but compared to the things that you guys have faced, I do feel a little helpless.
I mean, we didn't know that we could do the things we did until we did them. So, I mean, until you're faced with stuff like that, you really don't know what you're capable of.
She kind of looks around. The beast got lucky. I mean, we did a good job, but it had been wounded. And then when we came across that temple, we found out really what we were capable of. I mean, we didn't even down one of them.
I mean, if it wasn't for Morton distracting the dragon, we may have all been dead. So, I mean, it's just that's how the cookie crumbles. Were you guys looking for the deck of cards?
We just knew that there was an artifact there. We didn't know what it was. So what are your opinions on that?
The deck?
Yeah.
I think it's stupid that anybody has drawn a single card from there, let alone Chad drawing 3. I don't know how many cards.
You really think it's? You don't get it? I mean, I get it.
I get it, but I also don't want the people I care about to be hurt, and I think that the odds aren't
Chad
necessarily in your favor.
Have you told anybody, Chad, about the ability to erase an event?
Mm-hmm.
She would say, Sydney would say, Chad has the ability to make make something that has happened not happen. Do you realize how crazy powerful that is?
No, yeah, and then 3 of us had to fight death.
I mean, yeah, there's pros and cons, but I don't know. It kind of feels like the pros outweigh the cons. You guys handled those
You wanna
specters of
draw-
death.
you
Yeah,
wanna
I
draw a
want to.
card?
Yes, I want to draw a card, but I don't think I should. But I think that powerful heroes, and she kind of nudges you a little bit. I mean, Flint.
What?
She didn't say that. She doesn't say that. She says, I mean, Quinn, you are one of the most clever people that I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it. Don't act like you agree. That makes it worse.
Yep, go on, continue.
I just know that you could do a lot of good with a wish.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. I could.
You could.
I don't know. Well, yeah, but there's a lot of bad things in that deck, Sydney, that you don't know about.
Well, you don't either.
And Zach, stop trying to make me drunk.
Hey, we are in our characters now. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is not me trying to do anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we'll think about it. I think there's definitely going to be some more cards drawn, but maybe we shouldn't do it in the city.
Two of you continue to catch up and talk. Morton, what do you do?
I go up to Rosie. Do you happen to have a sending spell still?
Yeah. Who are you trying to
Hi,
send?
babe. It's good to see you. Excuse me. Did you give my mom a dildo?
Oh.
Couldn't have been me. Do you?
Oh. Okay, hang on. What? Hang on.
He gave.
You were there.
He gave my mother.
I
a
was
dildo.
there. You did do that, Morton. You did do that.
We all
It-
make
but
mistakes.
We all make mistakes, and it was in good faith.
It was.
And he was just trying to liven things up a bit.
I thought she would find it funny. I
did
went on
not.
bad information. Granted, it was from my own memory, but I went on
Well,
bad
it wasn't.
information.
It wasn't funny.
No, I know
Is she
that
okay?
now.
Okay. She looks around. Okay, it was very
Oh.
funny, but she did not find it funny.
Yes.
She
Yes,
didn't
okay,
find it
alright.
funny
No,
though, and that's what
she-
matters.
Oh, gotcha.
But you found it funny?
He gave her a dildo. That's so. She's got such a stick up her ass. Might as well stick something up. I mean,
Oh!
no.
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah.
I walk into
Are
Gil and
you-
like give some nuts. like,
Yes, she gives you some nugs, and Rosie,
That
you
was-
see, you
I
are
I
starting.
have to roll something.
You, I won't even make you roll. You are starting, just like last session, how you were starting to realize this tension between them. You
Yeah.
literally see this tension, this tense mother-daughter relationship, bringing out Gilmary's teenage side. Like she's
Yeah.
literally it's
She's
literally
regressing.
she's regressing being here.
It's kind of hot. Uh-oh. Am I regressing now?
You both are kind of
Kind of.
becoming younger versions of
Gilmarie,
yourself.
do you want to have a lazy afternoon drink after I talk with Rosie? This is your.
I could be down. I could be down.
All
for a
right, that
lazy
sounds
afternoon
nice.
drink.
That sounds
What?
nice.
Morton's fun. He's a dad.
That is nuts. That's nuts. It is. I am a little insecure about it, but it is. I am.
Come on, babe. Let's just have some drinks. Let's day drink a little bit.
Yes, but certainly
okay.
after the
Okay.
yeah, Rosie's in. Yeah. Rosie, I have a serious thing I need to ask you.
Oh.
I'll see you.
This is an emotional roller coaster.
I'll see you both later. She leans down and she kisses Rose. Holds your cheek for a second. Very good to see. I'm gonna go see our son.
Okay. What's up, Morton?
No, but I now two things. Your wife
Oh no.
is awesome.
Yeah,
the second
I
thing,
know.
do you have a sending spell? Can
Yes.
you send a message to the Shade? We need to talk to him about his connection with Wolfram.
Yeah, what's that about? Oh
I mean,
my god.
I'm inclined to believe this older than trees tree being that we came up against. So can we send a sending spell? Would he be?
Yeah.
I mean, one vampire is enough in Navaria. I don't know if they would be okay. I mean, he's on our side as far as we know, but I mean, I guess if we get him here, he's by himself. If he does turn out to be weird, but she said vampire hunter,
Yeah.
and I wasn't the only one, so
Okay.
I don't know.
And what is it you want to? You just want to know where his whereabouts are? You just want to check in?
Well, I guess yes. I think we should check in first. But if the shade can get here, I think it would be a good idea to have the mind of Wolfram's brother to take him out. And plus, I mean, I've got Wolfram's sending stone still. Sending stone. It might be jarring and might set him off in a way if we had his brother talk to him through the sending stone there. But we need to check to see if the shade is all right first. It makes sense how he escaped death the first time. They didn't kill him right. He's a vampire.
Well, wait a minute. Was he a vampire before, or is he a vampire now?
I don't know, but if Wolfram's old,
because he died and then he came back, so I would be inclined to think that maybe his brother found him.
It's entirely possible, but the shade has pretty clearly worked with it. Regardless, we can figure out if he's not on our side, we kill him here when he gets here. If he is on our side, then we ask for his help. And if he betrays us, I'll rip his throat out and eat him right in front of you if that makes you feel better.
Well, although in my immediate reaction was not that I felt better, upon sitting with it for a second, I think that seems impressive. So
what does?
All of it.
Oh. All right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'll be here with you.
Yeah. Let me just and I'll cast sending to the shade.
Okay.
And I'll say, "Hey, shade. It's me, Rosie. Use mom. How's it hanging? Where are you? And how's the sun there? If you want, come to Lavaria, please."
Rosie.
Oh, I forget he sounds like that. Okay.
Of course I remember you. I'm in Barrington, where I've been since you left. Honestly, it's pretty overcast. Probably all the smoke.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna stay here.
I wonder what the AQI is.
What did he say?
He is in Barrington.
Uh-huh.
It's overcast, so that's good if he is a vampire.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna stay in Barrington. He doesn't want to come to Lavaria.
Gotcha.
So we might have to swing by and beg for his assistance once we get there.
Yeah, tell him we know he's Wolfram's brother.
Oh, I only have you want you really I gotta
are we
use
going anywhere today?
It's like by the time you've gotten here, it's like early evening now.
Okay, but if I need to use another third level spell slot, then this one's on you. And
No, you're fully correct. I will.
And
I will do something
already asking. That's cool about. Oh, hang on. That's cool about staying in Barrington. Thumbs up to that. Hey, we met your brother, Wolfram. He's a peach. Just kidding. We want to fight.
That's it.
Right here?
Oh, I didn't specify.
Wolfram is not my brother. I knew his brother. He was my mentor. How did you know this? You want to fight me?
Well,
Wolfram is not his brother. Wolfram is his mentor, but he knew
No, he said that Wolfram's brother was his mentor.
Wolfram's brother was the Shade's mentor. They
I
are
should
not
have corrected
brothers.
you because it would be Rosie translating the information.
I actually have lost control of the narrative. I think he thinks we want to fight him now, so we'll probably have to either tomorrow talk to him. Well, I ran out of words and I couldn't say you, so I had hoped that maybe in my inflection he would know that we weren't mad at him. But sometimes when you're casting sending, unless you use like extreme periods or emojis, no one really knows what's kind of going on, you know?
The sending spell, famously
Yeah.
finicky. I
Yeah.
understand.
Exclamation, exclamation, smiley face, winky kiss, you know?
Yeah. Yes. I wish I had spending. I would talk to him, but that I haven't learned that yet. Nor I think can I.
That's okay. It's more of a burden than a. At
I
this
understand.
Point.
I mean, I wish I could help you with that. But so the Shade is a moniker that's been passed down. The Huckshank didn't say that his brother was dead the last time they ran around. And I'm assuming he got around to Lavaria in order to be cornered by the Huckshanks at some point.
Wolfram's brother?
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
we thought it was the Shade, but if the Shade is a name that's passed down from...
Well, he never really specified that the Shade was the brother. He just
said
heard
the
you
nickname
say the
was
Shade, and he said, "Oh, the Shade. I know
Well,
him."
I was trying to remember right. So so that the brother
We could be
is
just
still out there.
wildly speculating.
No, he
It's true.
He did say that. Sorry, but he did say the nickname of Wolfram's brother was Shadow or Shade. He said that's what he said.
Oh, so he's a liar. We got duped by a forest sprite.
I don't. You call that a forest sprite. I call that a goddamn menace.
Well, so Morton, here's the thing. Have you ever heard of irony?
Yes, I
or
went
sarcasm?
to school.
That's what
no,
I was
I
doing.
haven't heard of sarcasm.
I was doing a funny.
On which part?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, here we go. So we know that now the Shade says that Wolfram is not his brother. Wolfram's brother was the Shade's mentor. Are we
Yes.
writing this down? Yes, we are.
Yes, I've run out of note paper, so I
Brother.
can't write it down.
I'll write it down for you, and then I'll make photocopies. for
I
everybody.
appreciate that.
Wolfram's
Magic.
brother is the Shade's mentor. Okay.
Would we, and even from that, no recollection of anybody that Wolfram ever mentioned as a vampire hunter?
Nope.
Okay.
Wolfram is
I
not
might
the
need to
type
sleep
of
on
guy to
this a
talk
little.
about any of his adversaries or weaknesses.
Gosh, so insecure.
Same.
So insecure.
But me and Wolfram have that in common.
All right. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate it, Rosie. And I'm going to indeed ask Gilmarie to have some wine on the veranda there. If you'd like to join, I think it'd be fun to just literally sit in chairs and do nothing but drink.
Well, I have just a question before
Mhm.
we do that.
Ah, yes.
And I get up really close to him and I like come down here. Get up.
It takes me a little bit to lean down. I'm very tall.
On a scale of 1 to 6, how are you in your liking of, you know, so one being exclusively heterosexual
Oh.
and 6 being like exclusively homosexual.
Are you talking about Dr. Kinsey's scale? The
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought I made this
So
up.
that exists. So that's something that we don't have to question the reality of in this world.
The famous Dr. Kinsey from Barrington, you Neanderthal.
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
Rosie, he
good,
just called
he's
you a
onto
Neanderthal
something.
because there's no one else there.
I just want to know if you're gonna try to fuck my wife, dude.
Oh,
Okay, thank you. Let's go have a drink. And I'll.
I'm just
Wow.
trying to fuck everything.
Yeah, okay.
I do have boundaries. My God.
That's so funny. Okay. So, what else is anybody else doing?
So, what just happened?
I would like to find Leif.
Okay.
Ooh. You don't need to borrow the oil of slipperiness. Never mind. A brother shouldn't say that. We're fine.
My brother shouldn't say that. No. I don't talk to Quinn first. I go straight to Leif.
He is at the transportation circle clearing.
Hey.
Hey, Maywin. Hey, good to see you.
Are you working right now?
Yeah. Our shifts kind of
time
last
we-
for like days.
Oh, so when does yours end?
A week from today.
Oh. Are you allowed to drink on the job?
Yeah, looks around. No.
Do you know anywhere that would let me get something and bring it here? Like to go?
Oh. I mean, yeah. I'm sure. You just buy it anywhere. I'm sure.
Okay, all right.
But you don't have to. I
Don't
mean,
move.
oh,
Don't move.
I
I'm
may.
gonna scurry off.
I may have to move.
Nope. Scurried off. Gone.
Protector.
And I'm gonna go to the nearest tavern. What would that be?
Oh,
You don't have to tell me. I can just say I went to the nearest tavern and got some drinks.
No, I actually did. The Cupped Leaf tavern run by a human woman with long blonde hair.
I'll go up to the bar.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I just buy like a whole bottle of something?
Sure. Yeah.
I should have asked what he likes.
Who likes?
One of the guards out there, Lath. Do you know what he orders? Does he ever come in here and order?
Oh, Leif. Yeah, he's he's a big fruit wine guy.
Ooh, I'll take a bottle of fruit wine, please. And can I also take 2 glasses? And I promise I will bring them back to you.
No to the glasses, but I can give you the bottle.
Okay, compromise. That's fine.
Okay, here you go. It's gonna be 2 gold.
I'll give her 5.
Holy, thank you. Wow.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. Yeah, here, and she reaches under and she gives you 2 glasses.
Nice. Yes.
Could have bought so many glasses.
I will go back to Leith.
Tell Leif I said hi.
Oh, what's your name?
My name is. Wow, this is so man of me. I said she was the wife of, but I didn't say her name.
Honestly.
My name is Maywin.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Your name's Maywin?
Yeah.
My name's Maywin.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, way.
How do you spell it?
Maywin.
Have a good day.
It was good to meet you, and I'll leave.
The most grounded moment of the campaign.
And you go back to Leif.
Yeah. Oh my God. Come on, stop.
Says that to Leif.
T-
Batty wants to come along, or Bo.
Batty probably is with me.
Okay, yeah.
And Bo too, I assume.
Fatty likes to watch.
Come on now. Come on, guys.
God. Come on, guys.
It's not guys. It's just me.
I would also go. Is there a place that I could stop by and buy like a little picnic blanket nearby?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I'd grab a picnic blanket and go back. And is he still there?
Yeah.
You didn't move.
Well, I in all transparency, I did move.
No, you didn't move.
Okay.
Why didn't you tell me the barkeeper over there is named Maywin? That's so cool.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to that bar.
Oh yeah, I did. I got this.
Hey, fruit wine.
Couple glasses. I'll lay out the picnic blanket.
Cool. This is nice.
Yeah, do you want to have a drink with me?
A bottle of wine with 2 glasses on a picnic blanket?
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking me on a date?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, I will have a drink.
Are you gonna get in trouble because you're working?
No.
You sure?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll lie for
I'm
you.
willing to risk it.
Okay. I'll set up the 2 glasses and pour a little bit of wine.
You know, I just this comes from fruit. Crazy.
Yeah. Have you ever had wine that didn't come from fruit?
I mean, vegetable wine?
Is that a thing?
Not that I know of.
Oh, yeah. So you haven't.
No, I was just asking if that's what you meant, like something like that. No, I've only had wine that comes from
Yeah.
an ale that comes from grain ale.
Grain ale. Yep. What's the most interesting thing about you?
I know where most alcohols come from.
Yeah, it seems like it.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, my dad is the head of the Blade Leafs, Reinhardt.
Oh.
My family has been members of the Blade Leafs for a long time. My stepmom is Maywin.
Oh.
Which is awkward because she's like a human and I'm like over a century older than her. But you know. How old are you, by the way?
How old are you?
I'm 173.
Yeah, I'm like close to that.
You're a halfling though, right? So you don't really live
yeah.
that long.
I'm it depends on who you ask, you know. Technically I'm 22, but then also I'm sort of 37.
That's interesting.
Because there was 15 years. It's a long story.
Oh, well, you know, I'm kind of like 27. Really?
Kind of?
Yeah, like 173 is like 27.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So
it's not weird.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. What do you think about Morton?
He lays it on pretty thick.
Yeah.
But you know, usually I've found that you should be gentle with people like that because it means they're pretty broken. So I just try to, you know, play along and hope that one day he'll figure out what he really needs, because it's definitely not in the arms of someone else. It's within himself.
only you knew. Well, do you need another drink?
I should probably have just the one cup of fruit wine.
Oh, good thing I bought a whole bottle. Okay.
You can have the rest.
Helps.
I mean, I'm just on the job, you know. I want to protect the city, so. Hey, this feels kind of awkward, and it didn't feel awkward when we weren't on a date.
I don't know why it feels awkward now.
I think because, if you don't mind me saying so, you're trying, and I kind of really just like you.
Oh. How do I not try?
What do you want to do right now more than anything?
Go find a field and run with Batty.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Do you want to come with me?
He kind of like stands up. I mean, I can't come with you, but this clearing's pretty big.
Okay.
All right, well, he touches you on the shoulder very gently, and he leans in and he says, "You're it," and he runs.
I'm gonna wild shape into a badger and run after him.
He picks up his speed, and the three of you play tag in the clearing. Rosie and Gilmarie and Morton are having a drink. Sydney and Quinn are chatting. You and your sister went to go get some food for your mom. Chad, what'd you do after that?
On the way to get that, I'd pull out the sending scroll and write to Edmund and just say, "Do you want to go on a date tonight?" and send it.
Okay, all right.
This might be one of our few calm nights in a while. And then as I'm getting food for Mom, asked Laura, did she have these like tired spurts when you were still here? She was pretty.
Ever since Dad passed, she every once in a while she'll just kind of have a date.
Okay, yeah.
Don't worry
She just
about
seemed
it.
pretty awake when I was here, and so I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't
Yeah, probably because she was worrying about
a
me.
turn. Maybe, but
Well,
you're
it
home now.
seems like worry
So,
keeps that woman alive almost.
well, she does have us as kids, so
But on the days that she knew you were okay, and the days that we heard from you, sometimes she would have sleepy days.
okay. Well, guess that's understandable then.
You get a in your pocket.
Kind of being like,
and
as I'm like looking at Laura, I'm like,
and she says, "I can take this to her if you want me to."
No, I'll go after we drop it off. I just want to say goodnight to her just real quick, and then got a date. So
All right. And as you both walk towards the door, you take out the note and look at it, and he wrote a checkbox yes and a checkbox no, and he checked yes.
So cute.
And you come and you drop off the food. You see that your mom is sitting up at her desk, and she looks over. Oh, hi.
Hey. Yeah, just wanted to get you some food in case you were hungry again. Just some.
Told you that I ate.
I know. I just wanted to do something while I was here, and so this is what I could do. But
Well, thank you.
yeah, just if you get hungry, and that way
She looks over at
here
Laura.
for snackies.
Come here, and she gives Laura a big hug and then like a little slap on the face, like a little tiny one. It just says, don't do that to me again. You know how much I care about you. Says, I know, Mom, I know. And then Laura looks at you and like gestures for you to like use this moment to like slink away.
And I'll kind of nod and do so.
Yeah.
And go find Edmund and probably take him to Maywin's place.
Yeah, for sure.
And just have like a dinner together, not anything too crazy.
Yeah, and it's a very lovely time. And I just fine. You don't want to say for the sake of ease. We'll say that
Close
you all
Roll for initiative.
you all find yourselves
Quinn does sneak out and do arrow.
this evening. Do you?
Of course.
For real?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Do you push the limit?
Was the last time like the same experience, or was it,
It was slightly less.
then I'll do a little bit more.
No,
Okay.
no.
D&D,
Really
realistic drug simulator.
Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay.
Did we see him leave at all?
No,
man.
no. He's...
Okay. Because we are on the veranda.
I rolled a 19.
This is that
21.
night.
Oh,
With a 21, you're able to handle yourself just fine, and it feels extra good tonight.
I was on the twin dice too.
Great.
Twin dice. Great for drugs.
Twin dice. You'll never have a bad trip.
Presses.
I don't like that you took time for that. You're looking at shit to kill us.
Probably.
Sounds like he's putting a map up, is what that sounds like.
Why are you rolling things?
What's happening?
Chat.
Why? What do you mean? What?
Oh no.
What do you mean by that? What do you
What do
you
What
mean?
What do you mean? Why are you shaking the dice? What do you mean by shaking it?
You wake up, and feel a stabbing pain in your abdomen, but
Oh.
luckily it doesn't actually. It like you're able to like it like moves to the side and kind of misses you, so it like it's one of those things where it's like it's a high point of pressure that like glides across your skin, so it almost feels like you got stabbed, but like you know what I'm talking about. Has that ever happened to you? Like that kind of sensation. But you don't actually get stabbed, and so it glides down to the bottom, and on top of you right now, you see what looks like
Admin?
an assassin in your bed, standing over you with a rapier, and they're wearing a mask that looks vaguely like a sleeping dragon's mask.
Bitch ass.
And they are stabbing down into you right now. That was their surprise round. Roll for initiative.
Oh no. Oh, got a nat 1. I'm sleepy.
So while they are on top of you, they are going to they'll have advantage on this because you are prone. That 17 will hit. And
cool.
this is
We don't have to see. You can just say it's a classic rapier that stabs for
7 points of piercing damage
Jesus.
and 4 points of necrotic damage
Oh no.
as it is stabbed into you. And then what do you do?
I mean, since I'm sleeping, I know my gear is probably just on the side of the bed.
Yeah, I mean, you would. I am definitely willing to say that Chad sleeps with either weapon of his very close to him.
Okay. Likely his scimitar, since that's close to his heart anyway. Then if I can, just like try to take a swipe at him. Would
For
I have
sure.
disadvantage though if he's like on top of me and I'm prone?
You would, but he doesn't have you grappled. So I can say
Okay.
narratively, you can like shove him off, and then you're both like on your knees in the bed, like going at each other.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would maneuver him at least so I could get at least one attack if that takes like or my movement. To kind
No,
of
that's just half
shimmy
your
away
movement, so
from
you
him.
have all
Okay.
3 attacks. Well, 2 attacks because you don't have a third.
Right. Okay, that's a 16.
Definitely gonna hit.
Pull that up again, and then the second one is an 8.
Second attack that misses.
Okay.
Wait, 8 plus what? 8 total?
That was 8 total.
Yeah,
I
that
rolled a
misses.
2.
That misses.
Stop rolling shittily. So that's 4 piercing. I told you to stop rolling shittily. You lost your rolling privileges, and then 1 fire damage.
Okay, for a total of 5.
Yeah.
The assassin stumbles back and then charges at you with the rapier once more. This is just going to be a regular roll. That's a 18 total.
Yep, that hits.
2 points of piercing damage and another 4 points of necrotic damage. and then they pull back for another attack, but it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna just hit him.
Yeah,
It's a 22,
that hits.
and then a nat 20.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for the 22 first.
Okay. It's a total of 10
Uh-huh.
total, and then when we roll for the nat 20.
Yep.
Oof. 25 total for the nat 20.
Woo, doggy. You slice through this assassin, and on the first attack, it like falls back, and you take your scimitar and you slice into it, and the figure goes motionless.
Motionless.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like squirm out of bed and kind of like shove him back. Can I move or move him at all?
Yeah, they roll out of the bed.
Oh no.
But it didn't look like I killed him, or just.
No, yeah, they look dead.
Oh,
Really
okay.
dead.
All right. Well,
But now that you have your wits about you, and you're not immediately being attacked, and your eyes adjust to the dark
like
vision.
Eric's face right now.
It's not a sleeping dragon's mask. It's a mask that almost looks like a giant badger. It's your mask.
What? Why? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you do?
I go and I take off the mask.
You see the face of your.
Ow! Oh no!
What?
And you don't
Decorating
know
is
how.
So cool.
You don't know how, but you know that this was the card that you pulled.
That I would. Oh fuck.
And then you immediately think of Molly Ander's fortune that he told you 15 years ago.
Oh no! I would have to kill someone. Oh. Then I, at the top of my lungs, scream Rosie's name.
Rosie, unfortunately, used her last level 3 spell slot today. But that is where we will take a bio break. Oh yeah, you sure did, and you blamed it on Morton because he wanted you to send one more message to the Shade. We went through this.
4th level.
Well,
No, I have 3. I said I couldn't because
you specifically said, if I use my last level 3 spell slot, you're to blame. You said that to Morton.
And then I did?
And then you did.
No.
And then you
no.
yes, and then you
No,
sent
I
the
only
message
sent 2
that
messages
said
to the Shade.
I will go. Yeah,
Okay,
and those were the
okay.
those were the last 2 because you had already used ascending. That's what you said. If that's not what it was the case, but that is what you said. Is that it was the last one. So we will figure this out during the break. But we will go to a bio break right now.
I'm so stressed.
And we will come back right after this. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned because we.
Fuck you all.
That was definitely on screen for sure.
Sorry.
Well, now we know the real dynamic.
Feisty, okay?
So this is how this is gonna
Mom
go.
just got murdered.
We're jumping
by
right
Jack.
into this, and this
We're
is how this
jumping
is
right
gonna
in.
work. So, I'm going to roll a D100 right now.
Whoa!
That is the amount of feet that Rosie's room is away from Chad's room.
Okay.
The starting DC for Rosie to hear Chad is 10 if you were right next door. Every 10 feet is going to add a +1 to that DC.
Oh god.
Okay?
Come on.
Yeah, sure.
That is 85.
Oh.
So this is now
85. Okay.
a DC
Okay.
18 check. Chad,
Round down. That's good.
you're actually pretty good at this because of your gladiator pass, but I need you to roll a performance check in the Chat of Doom.
Oh, nope. Okay, great.
So, what is your modifier to this?
A +6.
Okay, so you get a +6. Roll it in the chat of doom.
Oh, I don't. I'm scared.
Okay, so that is a 21.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Rosie, you are in your sleep,
Flagrante. Oh, no. Okay.
and you hear Chad scream your name. I am going to say it takes 1 round, 6 seconds to just understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So that's 1 round down, 9 to go. What is your first thing that you do after hearing and try to be
5
as
to go.
realistically?
Yeah.
No,
It's a minute.
6. Yeah, but it's 6 seconds.
Oh, I
is
did
a
it
round, so
backwards. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, 9.
So
Make some tea.
So Rosie, try to keep and try to keep it as realistic as possible. You hear Chad scream your name. What's the first thing you do?
I immediately get out of bed and run out of the room.
Okay. So you don't grab any of your stuff.
Ooh.
Well, no, because
Okay.
just because you said it doesn't mean that I would think to do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what I'll allow is an action dash. So you get 50 feet down the hallway. So that's 2 rounds down.
And I have to get
8 to
85
go.
feet.
You have to get 85 feet.
Is she?
So
Sorry.
go ahead.
Is she dead, or is she like
She's
bleeding
dead.
out?
She had an HP of 9. You killed her outright.
Shit.
um.
Of course, I had to get a fucking death. I was so excited about it.
So another round passes. You're gonna have to sprint and then action to dash, but it'll get you in the room. So 3 rounds have now passed. There are 7 left. Chad, you are sitting over the bloody and singed body of your mother.
Mhm.
Rosie comes sprinting into the room. What do you do?
I don't think he is coherent, and I think he just kind of repeats your name, Rosie, and just Rosie, 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 Rosie.
Okay,
and just like
for
that's all
sure.
he can do.
I'm gonna say there's a round spent here for Rosie looking at this and understanding what's happening. But I will say for the full round, after that passes, Rosie, you understand that Chad is holding the dead body. So now what do you do?
So I've had 2 out of 9 rounds.
No, 4 now total. Because it took you,
4.
you woke up. That was 1.
Mm-hmm.
You took 2 to get there, and then 1 to realize what's
Wait,
happening.
waking up was a whole round?
Yeah, because you were woken up in the middle of sleep. That would take 6
Yeah.
seconds for sure.
Okay. So
Because I mean, you wake up. Who knows? That it's like that thing. It's like, was that in my dream? Was that in reality?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
start running.
I'm not
Yeah.
getting mad at you. I'm strategizing.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
Give
you've
me
used
like 2 seconds.
so yeah, you've used 1 waking up, 2 to get there, 1 in the room to understand what's happening. But now you do understand what's happening, and you have 6 left.
I would, as soon as I understand what's happening, I would run back to my bag of holding.
Okay. So that's 50
So
feet.
that
There
gives
is
you-
1 round, and then
Yeah.
getting there is another round. But you can grab all your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
6.
4 rounds left. You sprint back.
Sprint back.
Okay, so that's another 2 rounds. So you get into the room. On your 9th round, you have the ability to cast Revivify.
Yeah.
Did you so want?
I would rip the bag open,
Mm-hmm.
grab one of the 4 diamonds that I have,
Yeah.
and throw it into her chest.
Okay. Chad's still holding her this whole time. And you go forward and you put the diamond on Lana. How disrespectful of me.
She's dead.
Jeez.
Wasn't her fault.
Lena.
Lena.
Close.
On
Sorry,
Lena's
Lena.
chest.
I'm so similar. Lena and Laura.
and you feel Dune work through you. And although you feel enough energy to cast the spell, you do feel a weakening in Dune. And that scares you. But you push past that for this moment because that's not what matters right now. And you cast this Revivify spell. And you reach into the abyss. And your vision fades. And all of a sudden you're in this like foggy, cloudy area. And fog swirls in front of you and appears. And it appears in the shape of Lena. Rosie? What happened? Where am I?
I don't know what happened, but you were dead and I think you're back.
You see her eyes go wide. Tried to kill my...
That's okay, it happens.
Rosie, you're trying to bring me back, aren't you?
Yeah, do you want to come back?
No. I can't.
You can't.
If I come back, it'll happen again.
Well,
I don't know why. What's coming over me? But it's powerful. If I come back, I'll just want to kill him again. I can't live like that. I can't live with that thought in my head another second.
well, what if we help you? What if we help you figure out why, and what if you're not alone?
I don't care. If my husband is with me, and my children are with me every second, I cannot live in a world where I have that. Just can't. Sorry. I need to be with my husband. Kind of looks back
Okay.
behind her. Mobius needs me. He's lonely.
Yeah.
Tell him I'm sorry. So sorry.
I will.
Watch after it,
Yep.
Rosie. She fades into the fog. And Rosie, you are brought back to the current moment. And Chad, you watch the diamond disappear, but it doesn't absorb into Lena's chest. Instead, it just shatters and falls off to the sides. And your mother stays still, unbreathing, lifeless. As the card finishes the description by saying, only divine intervention or a wish spell can end this malicious streak.
Chad, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Rosie, what happened? Why is she?
Uh,
What didn't work? Try again.
She. It's better this way.
Is this better?
Edmund comes sprinting into the room. What's going on? What happened? What happened? Your mother, she knocked on the room door and she said your sister was in trouble. I went there, your sister was sleeping, she was fine.
I can't. I killed my mom.
What?
And
Edmund
Chad
just
takes out the deck of cards and throws it as hard as he can against the far wall, and then runs out of the room.
Edmund walks over and picks up the deck.
Oh, I was yeah, those cards are no good.
I gotta, and he runs after Chad. And you are left with the dead body of Lena in this room. Gilmarie comes sprinting, her robe over her. What's going on? Oh my god! And she comes sprinting over. What happened? All the rest of you have definitely woken up to this commotion by this point.
Come into the room, rapier ablazing. What's going on?
Guess Chad killed his mom.
Why?
I think it was all that card. Those cards that he pulled, I think.
Where are they now? The cards, not.
Edmund took them. He ran after Chad.
Is,
I tried to.
is Chad going to kill again?
I know. I don't think I think he feels bad. I don't know what happened. I just heard him yell, and then I ran in here, and I tried to bring her back, and then she didn't want to come back, and it's not my fault she didn't want to come back. She said that she wanted to be with her husband, and I get it. Like, I get it. If you were dead, and I look at Gilmarie, then I would want to be with you too. And
But
I
What?
But listen, but he's not a danger to anyone else right now, right?
no, he's Chad.
We need to get rid of those cards. For good.
Yeah, I think so. I never liked him to begin with. I never wanted to even pull one. I never even thought about it, not once.
Gilmarie, does your mother know anything about getting rid of something of this powerful nature?
No, I mean, that's... You're talking about stuff that... I mean, getting rid of a magical item... I mean, you can't destroy magical items. Not unless it's in a very specific way.
Well, there's got to be a book of some sort regarding that in Lavaria, one of the most magical places I've been to.
Not much for libraries. More word of mouth kind of a civilization.
Am I there or am I like in the gutters right now?
Up to you. Oh, as far as that's concerned, no. You gained that's what you were able to keep composure.
Does Lavaria have gutters?
I would tell, once I got there, I would tell Batty to try to sniff out and follow Chad and Edmund and just come back if they're in trouble.
Okay.
I don't know if we can destroy the deck, but we can at least stop pulling. Hey, how you doing? We can at least stop pulling fucking cards.
Is there anything we can, maybe a spell around it that can
lock it away? Yeah, make sure.
Yes, do literally anything other than have it on our person. We cannot be tempted to do anything with that again.
As all of you are discussing this,
Maybe.
She rises and
Chad, where do you run to?
I think Chad just like wants to get out of the city and away from people, and so I think he starts running and like probably passes the teleportation circle and just like tries to get into the wilderness.
Yeah.
But doesn't run very far before probably collapsing and just.
Do you run in a way that like you don't want somebody to find you?
It's a straight line running. He
Okay.
just.
Edmund eventually catches up to you. Takes him a while, but he catches up to you after like you're alone there, collapsed for about 30 seconds, and then he, Chad, what happened? And he just leans down and he's just on his knees across from you. What happened?
Chad's like on the ground, like almost like fetal position, but
Yeah.
like on his knees, kind of like rocking
Yeah.
and just like holding his head. It's the card. It was the card.
What do you mean?
The
It was the
card.
card.
She attacked me, but I killed her. I killed my own mom. She thought she was someone else, but she was my mom, and I killed her.
He looks at you very sincerely. Make it so it didn't happen. Chad, you can do that. Make it so it didn't happen.
And Chad has been thinking about that, but wants to go one step further, and he thinking this will fix the turmoil in the group surrounding these cards, anything bad these cards may have, which I don't know how this is going to affect it, but Chad goes back to the moment this deck was created and wants the deck to never have existed in the first place.
Good answer. Good answer.
And if that's too like paradoxical of like the card gave me that power, then he would just.
I'm trying to figure if it has to be an event that you have experienced.
Okay. That's fair.
I am going to make a decision that I feel like it has to be an event that you have
Okay.
experienced.
Then he would thinking that he drew the card still, even if he just like wished that he didn't kill his mom.
Yeah.
So he would say in the form like of a wish spell, but the moment he drew that card, he would want to change.
Okay. So I need you to roll a d10 for me.
What I figured.
Unfortunately, you get the same card. Sorry.
I would lose it. That's cocked. Okay, an 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hate this.
Okay, let me see here.
Still draws a card, even though one of the consequences was mattress size.
Okay.
I don't think he has the right mind to just like, oh, I wish I didn't draw a second card. It's just that card.
You wish he didn't draw that card.
I think that because I've been trying to think of just what Chad in this like state of mind. I don't think he would have the forethought to be like, I wish I hadn't drawn a card. Like just that card and that outcome is what he wishes to change, not necessarily that he didn't draw a second card.
Okay. Interesting.
Like that.
Interesting.
If it's another one that I don't get to immediately know, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It probably will be.
Probably.
Feels sick.
Or I just kill Edmund, honestly.
Or I just kill Edmund.
I just go feral. Ugh.
Welcome.
Morton's the only one that understands me now.
This is Morton came up with the death.
Okay, so I'm just going to need you to roll another d10 again because you can't draw the fates twice in a row.
I did draw the same card.
The fates. You can't draw the fates twice in a row. It was the fates
Oh.
again.
Oh.
I wish, though.
I mean, you could just give me another one.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Fine. Oh, that's a 1.
One that promises me unending wealth and happiness.
I don't think that.
Oh, you said
anybody
1?
can do that.
Yeah, just 1.
One of them does.
Okay. Here, let's reset the deck.
One's always good.
Just 1.
Is it? Is it?
I think one gives you like. So it's
Dragon
been
is
so
very
long
upset.
since I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
like
God.
that face either.
Chad is immediately dead.
We're all dead, but Chad.
He has to
God.
fight death.
No, I mean like on Tayaroth.
I'm so scared. You have to
What
tell
is
us.
it, Zach?
What? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to us.
Right now he's doing the math of how
Anxiety.
horribly can I ruin this.
And then Zach is like,
Yes,
why
very
did I
well.
give him that?
I think that's what it is. I think that's what's happening right now.
What?
Why
Why
did
did
you give
I
us the
give
card?
you guys this deck of many
I'm,
I did.
I'm
Myself.
saying.
Because he wanted us to have this moment right now.
You pull out a card, and you see an orb on the card.
Oh.
Okay.
And within that
Oh,
orb,
no.
you see the silhouette of a person. And all of you watch Chad disappear from existence.
Yep.
And also, we are back to that moment in time, as this is now a different timeline.
So
So-
we're back with the deck.
So everything that has happened after Chad pulling
I
that
didn't
second
go on
card.
a date.
Nope.
That's okay. You
Oh,
get to do
no,
whatever on that
damn
one. It was weird.
Wait, from
Alright.
where?
Everything
Stop pulling
everything
cards!
that has happened since Chad pulled that second card is now
So
in a different
sad.
timeline.
So we're back at the.
Yep.
The last session.
You're back at the
Yeah.
temple. You're back at the end of the last session.
We
Oh,
haven't
I'm gonna
met
add
We
the
my
ended
drugs
diamonds.
to
on
my-
me drawing that card. So
Boy, I'm
Yeah.
so
Gonna
glad
reset my
everyone
drugs.
Do I have
knows
4
over here.
diamonds now?
Yep.
Haha!
That's what
Wow.
Rosie gets.
Everything's
Chad's got
coming
Nice.
up, Rosie.
fine.
Spell slots were a couple used. Okay.
I had one
Two
used.
I'm not gonna be that mean to you. I'm not gonna be that mean
Oh.
to you. I'm not gonna
I
throw
am.
anything at you.
All right.
-4 damage. Got. Alright.
So Chad
I
just
didn't
vanishes.
use Revivify. but
Chad
I did use
vanishes.
sending. No, I didn't use sending.
What the
Is
Chad-
the
fuck?
orb still there?
Huh?
There was an orb. It was the orb still there?
The orb
Oh,
was
the
on
orb
the
was
card.
on the card.
Or
Is
is
the
the
deck-
card still there?
The deck
Yeah.
falls.
Having
Do
cast.
we know that Chad is here?
Yeah, having cast identify on the card. Do I know like what happened on the deck?
Do we know who Chad is?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's even worse.
Okay, no one touch that deck. We told you. Oh God. I walk over to the deck and just like grab it, put my hands on it, and jam it into my cool pocket, and just like keep it there.
Well, we have to get Chad
Um,
back.
Yeah, I'm not drawing another card from that. We need to figure out where Chad has gone first before we look at that deck again.
Flint already used his wish spell at this point, right?
Mhm.
He did that. That was like immediate.
Yeah, he did immediately.
Best use of a wish spell I've ever heard of in my life.
There's really bad stuff in that deck. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I will
Yeah,
allow.
keep that
What I
on.
will allow, Eric, is another casting of Identify focused on that card.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that.
I like peek them out. So
Oh.
you can see it.
This is the card Don John.
Oh,
The player vanishes. All worn and carried items stay behind, removing the player's ability to draw another card. So all of his clothes and weapons are there.
Huh.
They reappear
Naked somewhere.
within an extra dimensional sphere in suspended animation, remaining imprisoned until found and removed. Only a wish spell can reveal the location of where they are.
No.
Only a wish spell?
Yep.
And reveal where they are.
We have
This
to
one-
keep drawing.
no,
No.
no, man! What are you talking
We need
about?
to
Let's keep
find-
drawing.
We need a wish spell.
That's
Everybody-
we could
wish
find a
spells
wish
exist.
spell without getting.
We could.
Can we?
We could all be put in suspended animation. That can happen to each and every one of us.
We could be
That's
murdered.
true.
I don't know. Maybe we kill one of our loved ones.
We need to
Wouldn't
pull
that-
another card right now. Who do you know that can make a wish spell? Who do you
can
know?
No.
Edmund.
Oh.
I don't know anybody that can do a wish spell.
Exactly. Neither do I. We need to pull more cards.
There's
Oh,
worse stuff in here.
This
than-
is Chad we're talking about.
Don't
Yeah.
I know it?
Flint
But
was
what
able
if-
to pull a wish. We need to pull a wish.
Yeah. Where's that wish? Where's that wish we could have had?
Oh.
Don't make me take it from you. Because I will, Morton.
Don't make me stop.
Give
you.
him the deck. Just
I
give him
draw-
the
Man, I
deck.
think we need to do it.
I draw. I'm like, let's
No.
at least go through a line of who we might know before we just wantonly rip
Please
cards out
name
that deck.
anyone, because I don't know anyone.
Do we know anyone in Barrington?
Or Lavaria?
Maybe Gilmarie knows somebody.
Maybe Gilmarie or Will Marie, famously an
Gilmarie, this is
adventurer.
Rosie. Come in.
We had those people that came over, the guy with the really nice mustache, the real hot guy that came over.
Mm-hmm.
Atticus, I think was his name.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Assicus or something. Farticus,
I
maybe.
like his hair.
Mustache was killer.
I'm sure he'd love to Assicus.
Should I try to cast
Rosie-
sending
Honestly,
him? Yeah.
Can you ask Gilmarie if she or Wilmarie know anybody?
Gilmarie, this is Rosie. Come in.
Rosie, yep, this is Gilmarie.
Hey, just asking for a friend. Do you know anyone who knows a wish spell? Over.
I wish.
That was funny. I see what you did there.
No, she doesn't know anyone.
what about Will Marie, who's older, knows interdimensional travelers, I guess, which we learned
Hey,
about?
Gilmarie, this is Rosie again. Over.
Yeah.
I'm really getting good at this voice, aren't I, babe?
What do you want, babe?
Oh, sorry.
Chad in suspended animation.
What about
Naked in
Wilmarie?
suspended animation.
We seem to have a bit of situation and we really are in need of a wish spell.
She says that Kelfie or Atticus might know somebody, but she doesn't know anybody.
Okay, thank you. Love you. Fill you in later. How are the we found the kids.
Oh, that's so great!
By the way, we don't know anything, right? That happened. Like, do we know that the mom died and are
Nope.
we like in
You
our
have no
memories?
we're gonna have
cool.
Chad, once he's out of suspended animation, remembers everything that happened, but nobody else does.
Okay. We should. Okay, hang on just a minute, and I'm gonna go inside my head, and I have sending. So
Okay, yeah.
I'll cast sending to. And I don't remember how many spell slots I had when we were at this point, but I can
At least
have one.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Kelfie. We may need you again. Do you know or know of anyone who has the wish spell? We're at a temple near Lavaria.
Over and out.
Here in your mind. Rosie, hi. I used to. She was pretty cool. She's been gone a long time now. Don't think I do know anybody. Sorry.
Oh, heck. Just talk to Kelfie. She seems well. She doesn't know Wish. She doesn't know anybody who knows Wish, but she used to. And they were really cool. But they're gone.
Or anybody else? Is that it?
It doesn't mean that we
Edmund
drop
puts
the
out his
deck.
hand.
What? I cut off his hand. No, I don't.
So what else do you suggest, Quinn? That we just leave Chad alone?
It could get so much worse.
Then let it happen to me.
It doesn't just affect you.
Affects everyone.
He's right about that.
Please.
I do think we should draw another card. We can't just go around looking for somebody who has a wish spell forever. We need to stop a war. and we can't do that without Chad.
I tried to tell Chad not to draw a card.
I mean, yeah, too late for that though.
So mad at him. Maybe he should stay in timeout for a little bit.
Yeah.
Chad, I just want you to know you can't do anything
Maybe.
with it, but this also does mean technically that you've not used the power of the fates.
That's what I was gonna ask, because I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember how that worked with Flint, but I think because he used it wasn't like changing something in the past, he just wished he didn't draw a card after he drew the first one.
Yes.
But that's different, but I would have that again whenever I come back, but I can't use it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because you are unconscious.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
Yeah,
That's
you
okay.
have to close
I mean,
your
you're
eyes.
suspended in animation. I'm assuming that means out.
I think the real bummer is that I have this drum back.
Oh,
You
that means
do?
we might have to talk to.
Oh no, we do.
You don't know who Huckshane
Huckleberry.
is.
We don't know, but we do.
Morton, please.
So?
And you see like a real sense of like desperation on Edmund's face as he looks at you. Morton, please. It's Chad. It's
I draw a
Chad.
card.
Oh, roll a d10 for me, buddy.
You drew? You asshole.
They were on my person.
Animals are so loose.
Guys, remember when you said this campaign was too chaotic?
No, because that event got erased.
Wasn't on the
6.
stream.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many cards are in this deck?
Less than 52. I also Evan really wanted to pull a card.
Oh.
Okay. This is
A wish spell?
what?
I wish.
No, it's not a wish spell, but it's not a bad card.
That's genuinely shocking.
I know the name of it. I'm trying to redraw it because I accidentally went past it, but I'm going about this such a lazy
Oh,
way.
Just-
now I don't even know that the
Just
Shades
kidding.
brothers.
The world
Oh my
ended.
god.
Yeah, we don't know that.
I'm marking out everything that I
Don't
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 know.
photocopy it and send it to me.
I'm sorry, but that's the way it happened, you know.
No, this is very fun.
Okay, so you just see like a blinking eye on the card.
No. Yeah, this is a good.
And this
spell.
is this. Hey, stop looking at the cards ahead of time.
I know. I don't know it. I literally don't know it.
I'm
I
just
just
kidding.
Eric
whenever-
does.
It
Shut up,
doesn't
Eric.
matter
I'm
what
just
you
kidding.
say.
I'm just kidding.
That's gonna be my reaction.
This is the this card is called Vizier. Vizie.
Bashar.
Anytime within 1 year of drawing this card, the player may ask a question mentally or in meditation and receive a truthful answer. Beyond supporting information, the response will provide the wisdom necessary to solve a puzzling dilemma.
Can you? I'm gonna put that in my inventory so I know it. Can you send
I'd say
me
we're in a puzzling
word for
dilemma.
word what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yikes.
Just so I can-
Edmund looks at you. Did it help?
It's sort of. I explain what I understand of
Yeah.
what you've just said, so that I don't fuck up the wording.
There we go. Problem solved.
How was
You
that
can
solved?
ask where the wish card is in the deck.
But isn't
You can ask
remember
who knows a wish spell is closest to us.
that's the closest
Mhm.
thing that we can do.
Wish spells
I
near
call-
me.
Let me type that into Google.
Filtered by near me.
Okay. Unless Edmund, you really want to draw, I think this is our best bet.
What if it's an answer that we don't want?
Well,
What do you mean
the
an answer
that
we
we
don't
don't
want?
want is
What
still
if
an
it's
answer
someone-
we need.
What if it's a card that you don't want?
Edmund, I get it that you love Chad, but my goodness,
We all
sometimes you
love
gotta.
Chad.
Yeah, we gotta
We're
do
trying to
what's
go
best
about
for
it
everyone.
logically.
I need you to back away
And we
from
love
Morton's
you.
deck.
I've still got my
Just
rapier
take a couple
out.
steps back.
Like I've still got my rapier out pointed.
You're too close, man.
Take a breath. It's gonna be okay. We all want to find Chad, and we're gonna do that.
If this doesn't work, I'm pulling a card.
You could try.
I agree. But we
Oh, I will.
pulled one card
Don't.
already. We may as well see if it'll work.
I will, as when he says, oh, I will, I'll look at him again and I'll put my hand on the very small short sword that's on my hip and I'll say, you can try.
You see his eyes flicker with lightning.
Saxophone.
And I
You
will.
see my eyes brightening with the light of Dune.
We kill each
try.
other.
What's happening here?
Chad's just stuck.
What's happening here, Evan?
Okay. I ask. I say it. Yeah, I say it in my head. Where is the nearest friendly to a little help person who can provide us with a wish spell and just nope, that's it. That's it.
Friendly to a little help was a good caveat. Because the nearest person was not friendly to a little help.
I was also about to ask and can destroy the deck of many things, but I was like, nope, that means that it's no one. So I'm not gonna do that.
Your search is too specific.
No results.
Yeah.
Would you like to try?
Nearest you and friendly.
Quinn Silverstone.
In 4 levels.
The answer you seek was inside you all along. I cut open my guts and let them spill out.
Yum.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Just to clarify, we need a wish spell no matter what to find Chad, right?
Only a wish spell will reveal his location.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, friendly too. Oh man. Because there's also a couple people who are indifferent, but friendly too. There's some people who don't even know you, but friendly
Right.
too.
Mild to moderate hatred of little help.
I'm going to say friendly too. You don't get an answer.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that's too specific. Well, Morton?
No one that's friendly.
All right, my turn.
Smack him with the blade.
I don't care if none of you care about Chad. I do.
We do
we
care.
do.
You
Damn.
sit down. You sit down right now, sir.
Rosie, you aren't my mother.
Sit
Stop
down.
trying to pretend this party's mother and look after your own children.
Excuse me?
I'm sick of this.
Excuse me?
I am a grown man. If I want to ruin my life, then let me. I'll fly
not-
500 feet away
It's
from here
not
and it won't
just
affect
your
you.
life, Edmund. We get it. You're upset. We're all very upset. We're trying to do the best we can. Please don't ruin this.
You're ruining
And
it.
don't say some stuff you're gonna regret.
We all want to help Chad. We just don't want to make it worse.
I pulled a card at all of our risks.
Yes, and
Yeah,
no
that was
one's mad at
fucking
him.
dumb, Morton.
So let me do it.
Guys, I do think that Edmund should pull one. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
We could sleep on it.
And we'll just leave Chad for that long?
We don't know if he can even survive in that.
Yeah, it says either they'll be fine.
Does it?
I can ask Dune.
Yeah,
What was the card that what was the things of the card, the parameters of the one that Chad pulled?
The player vanishes. All worn and carried items stay behind, removing the player's ability to draw another card. They reappear with an extra dimensional sphere in suspended animation, remaining imprisoned until found and removed. Only a wish spell can reveal the location of the spherical bastille.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you'd said divine intervention or not, but that was the other thing.
I want to throw this to the group because I genuinely want your opinions. Suspended in animation to me feels unconscious, not aware of what's going on.
It's like
Well,
some
it's
Han
specific-
Solo.
It's like cryo sleep.
Right. I think
It's
it's like
specified.
immediate.
Yeah.
Like the pose I was in
Kinda, yeah.
drawing the card, even.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
how I am
stuck
frozen
there
right now.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And extra dimensional implies like outside of time.
Yeah, it's
So-
definitely not
Right.
on your plane. So even finding Chad, you have to find somebody.
Yeah.
Can do
Guess which has
management,
moved up to
but-
the top of the to-do list.
Dramatically,
Number
someone
one.
goes.
You hear that? Edmund, top of the to-do list.
Morton, I need you to roll a acrobatics check in the Chat of Doom.
I
If he's
murder
coming at him,
Edmund.
then I'm casting a spell.
You said
Yeah,
acrobatics
I also
check.
would cast a spell.
Well then roll initiative. Everybody roll it in the Chat of Doom. This is too important.
I'll just make my other character while you guys do this.
Edmund gets a plus. Edmund gets a +5 to this. He rolled an 8.
You can play Edmund.
Oh no.
I rolled. What is that? 7 plus.
Oh,
What are we
That's
doing?
initiative, right? Not the acrobatics check.
This is initiative.
Okay, I 10 total.
Okay, so
9 total.
I mean, yes, you are able to stop Edmund if that is what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
What do you do? Just stop him. Both of you.
Well, Morton. You would go
Yeah,
first.
Morton, you would be first. So you see Edmund breach out towards the deck.
Let me check. Let me check my options before I cast jump on myself
Mm-hmm.
and jump backwards. The full jump distance is tripled until the spell ends. Yeah.
What is your strength
So-
score?
It is a 0.
Well, you have to have a 10-foot running start in order to jump. But
Yeah,
I'll just say it's just for the sake of brevity, it's fine. You jump back, and Quinn, what do you do as he's reaching forward?
I mean, I was going to take drastic measures after seeing Chad disappear. I will bonus action unsettling words him.
Okay.
I will roll it in the Chat of Doom. D8. That's okay. It takes a 1 from his saving throw, and I'm going to cast Polymorph.
And what is this?
I'm going to turn him into
So this
the
is the saving
DC is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So he
DC
gets,
16.
he gets +0 to this. 18.
Oh,
These things-
man.
He stops what he's doing and looks at all of you with a severe disgust. I can't believe you're not willing to do anything to get him back, because I'm willing to do anything for a man who has saved my life multiple times.
So are we.
No, you're not, you coward.
So are we.
You just ran away.
I just drew a card, despite my best intentions.
Yes, and it's special because you get to do it. Because Morton gets to do everything that Morton wants to do. Because Morton is only obsessed with Morton and has only ever been obsessed with Morton.
I died to help someone with
Oh,
their
Jesus,
quest.
we get it, Morton. You died. So did Flint. You don't see him rubbing it in everybody's face all the time.
I'm like 90% certain that he did. I helped. I
You
literally
sarcastic
died.
asshole. I don't want to hear you
Guys.
speak anymore.
Guys, stop. If Edmund wants to draw a card, Edmund can draw a card. All
No,
of us have
apparently
done
I'm a
stupid
child
stuff.
that needs to be babysat.
Edmund, stop. You need to chill too. We've done too much together to be arguing like this. What other choice do we have?
Exactly.
If anyone can tell me another choice that we have that we will have in the morning if we sleep on it, fine. But right now, we literally our goal is to stop a war that we need Chad with us to do. And even if we find out where he is, we're going to have to go find him. Anyone?
No, not right now.
We find a wish spell. That's the best we can do. That doesn't cause cataclysm. We got
Why do
lucky
you get to
with
make the
card
decision
draw.
for me, but I don't get to make the decision for you? What makes you better than me, Morton?
Nothing.
Then give me the deck of cards. You child.
Well, now I'm not gonna.
Hmm.
No, I do not say that. Because you're reacting from only a place of passion.
Think you know?
No,
Yes.
I've done worse.
Stop hiding behind this broody character that you think you are. You're just obsessed with yourself.
Yeah. You're right. That's why I came back to the party. Yeah.
Fine.
That's right.
None of you want to do anything. I'm gonna go do something about this. And he starts walking.
I would chase after him. Edmund, wait.
He doesn't stop. Unless you physically grab him.
Yeah, I would grab him.
Maywin, I appreciate you supporting me, but you're not gonna stop me because these cowards aren't willing to do anything to save their friend.
Look, they will. I know them, they will. But where are you gonna go right now? Where are you gonna go?
To the one person who's not friendly to us, that will make a deal with me.
Who?
Wolfram. And he casts Fly on himself and flies away.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him as he flies away.
Okay. Angie.
I would like to commune with Dune.
Okay. Yeah, yes. And she's like, please, I need a moment here.
And I would like to. I think. I would like to just ask him. Hey, Dune. You can't work through me to cast things, can you? You can't teach me what I don't know, can you?
Cozy. Sorry.
It's worth a try.
Definitely. What's full spell? Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna look, but then.
Oh yeah, not.
What is it?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's something you don't know of yet.
Cool. Cool. That's it.
Yeah. What does anybody else do? The tiny helpers come up. Oh, hey, it's so good to see everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Lara steps forward. Where's Chad?
Chad.
Chad's alive.
Okay, but where is he?
We don't know.
We don't know.
This artifact.
As Morton puts on chapstick.
This artifact.
Anyway, this artifact that was at this temple is, by Quinn's identification, a cosmic power that none of us could have ever dreamed of, and within its facets, it teleported Chad to Quinn, if I'm saying this wrong, to an unknown location that can only be found with a wish spell. Edmund wanted to draw a card pretty haphazardly, probably would have kept drawing a card.
Like you did, Morton.
Like I did.
All right,
And then
well,
you made Edmund leave for it.
is there
I don't feel bad about that. He's willing to make a deal with Wolfram in order to do this. Not worth it.
Well,
Wolfram doesn't like deals.
Is there
and
another-
a fair.
Nobody made Edmund leave.
is there another? I mean, is there another card that could help him?
Perhaps, but according to Quinn,
More
more
than make it worse.
likely it could be world ending instead of.
How about world
Minor.
ending? It could make it. It could make the problem worse, or somebody else could be in the same predicament as Chad.
What's the percentage chance?
How many cards?
I mean,
are in
the
deck?
same
I have
as
no idea.
there's only one wish card, and I don't know, about 50-50 bad and good, maybe.
Well, if it's a 50% chance, I mean, I'm willing to flip a coin. Can I
It's
just
not.
pull one?
It's no. It's not 50% chance you're gonna get a wish. Like one out of I don't know how many cards.
But it's
Did you
50%
already-
chance that it's good or not?
What- Did they already fight
I don't
death?
know. Maybe.
Did that happen?
Yeah, because that was
That
a part
was
of
Chad's.
that was a part of Flint's draw. I thought. Yeah.
Yes.
They had to fight the literal avatar of death on random chance.
Seemed to handle it pretty.
It was death. I think they got lucky.
So what are we gonna do then?
My
How are we?
opinion hasn't changed.
how
I
are
think
we-
we should draw a card. Also, hi, Batty. It's really good to see you.
Batty
I would
kisses on you and loves
immediately-
you.
Come over to Warren.
Hey, Mom, it's so good
And-
to see you.
Hi, my sweet son.
What's going
And
on? It's
all.
really
Just
fair.
hug him. Be like, I'm glad you're okay.
Glad you're okay. Are you? What's? You're upset.
No, we're gonna just Chad's missing in another dimension. You know.
What?
Oh. Yeah. It'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Too much.
Eh? Laura speaks up again. Okay, so what's the plan then to get my brother back?
Our current plan
Yeah,
is
guys,
to find
what's the
someone
plan?
with- our current plan is to find someone with a wish spell. That's
Okay,
the only way we
how
can find Chad.
how are we gonna do that?
Travel to the nearest anywhere.
Ask around.
How long's that gonna take?
We don't know.
Gilmarie and Wilmarie both don't know somebody who can cast the wish spell. If they don't know anybody, who are we gonna find close by?
Flint says,
Could make a deal
I
with
mean,
them.
Morton, you did literally ask like the universe, and they said no one.
They said no one that was friendly to us.
What about mom and dad? Me?
Do you think mom and dad will help us? Do you think going to mom and dad is less dangerous than pulling a card out of this deck?
Did you see what happened to Chad?
I would rather deal with that than go to mom and dad. Because I would hope that all of you are still left behind to figure it out.
Shale kind of speaks up.
Just like Chad is hoping right now.
Shale kind of speaks up and says, I know that I'm new, and I've been hearing a lot of this, but there's been a lot of times where Chad was wanting to do something, and you guys took a vote on it, and you outvoted Chad, and he just took it on the chin. So maybe we can vote, and those who are in the minority just take it on the chin.
I think that's a good idea. Can we count Edmund's vote, please? He's part of this party.
He left.
I agree.
No, I didn't. You look up and you see. You look up and you see Edmund floating, and he becomes uninvisible, which he had turned, and he lands on the ground, and he says, "As mad as I am at every one of you, Chad would kick my ass if I left you alone."
That's true. So,
And silence.
a vote?
That
All those in favor of pulling another card.
Flint raises his hand.
Oh, come on, Zach. Somebody call back.
Text Matt.
Edmund-
Rob would raise his hand.
Edmund raises his hand.
After everything Flint just went through?
Shale
That's-
raises his hand.
Oh, come on, Shale.
Come on, tiny helpers.
Warren looks at his mother, and her hand is not up, so she put his hand up. And Sydney looks over at Quinn,
I'm not gonna tell her what to do. She can do whatever she wants.
and she keeps her hand down. That's Flint, Edmund, Maywin, and Shale versus Rosie, Quinn, Morton, Warren, and Sydney.
Is that literally the split?
5-4. Right. So we'll just hope he's okay and nothing major happens in between now and whenever we find
Take it
an
on the chin,
incredibly-
Edmund.
I wasn't the one who came up with the idea, and Rosie, I'm so
Take
sick
it.
and tired of you telling me what to do. You're
I
not
raised
my
my
mother.
hand.
Guys,
I raise my hand. And I take
What,
the
Morton?
deck out. And I give
But
it.
Morton, don't. Oh God, I thought you were gonna draw another fucking card.
No.
I would have literally
I-
killed you.
I set it. I like hold it in the direction of Edmund.
What?
I said I raised my hand. I voted to do it.
Oh,
I can
shit, you
say
voted
what?
to do it?
You can't flip flop. You can't flip
It
flop.
took me a second.
Flip flopper.
Rolled it out to him?
You draw one, and if you don't get the result that you want or that we want, you don't draw another. And I guarantee you, each of us here will stop you from drawing more.
Before you can change your mind, he draws.
Yeah.
Roll a d10.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Evan wants to draw every card.
I hate being
Morton
so...
Oh, yeah.
doesn't.
Zach hates being so mean to Angie, but Edmund is hurt in his feelings.
If he had genuinely gone to Wolfram, Morton would have killed him outright.
I swear on everything. Okay.
Is it a wish or is it
Okay,
something bad?
you've seen my hands here, correct?
Yep.
You're not hearing any clicking, no clicking of a mouse, because you would have heard that. You would have heard that. I got my phone.
Is it the same?
Just wait.
I can't. Literally, the fate of Chad is in the balance.
We're just stuck in a dimension together.
That'd be awesome. That'd be the
But
best.
you can't hold hands.
Yeah, no, we can't hold hands.
I just put it in the chat. So he needs to roll a
Mhm.
D3 because Edmund just pulled the wish card.
I was gonna say he turns it to the moon.
I was
That's
almost
the
done
moon.
with my other character.
So
Well, I mean, we can't get you back. You can know where you are.
That's
And-
true.
We could wish that we are all where Chad is. So
I'll just do a
Chad's
D.
That would make
location.
the
No.
problem so much worse.
I'll just do a
I
D4.
think
Because
that's
then
a
we-
terrible idea.
I'm gonna do-
Suspended in-
I'm gonna do a D4 -1 and a 4 as a reroll.
I have a D3.
No, actually, I'll just do a D4 and then a 4 as a reroll. Oh, you have
You
a
have a
D3?
D what?
I do have a D3.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll trust you.
Why?
2.
2. Okay.
Oh boy.
You see his eyes go wide.
Same.
It worked! It worked! I got it! I got it! I have 2 of them.
You have 2 wishes?
Yes,
Did you wish from?
I've got
What
it!
can you wish?
Freaking
Wish.
do.
So do we wish to know where he is and then wish for him to be back, or
I don't know if that'll work. I don't know.
Can you do that in one wish and have the second wish?
no? I think that would be 2 wishes.
What we should say, if he got this lucky, we save the one wish. We find out where Chad is, do whatever we need to get there, and then we can use that final wish for the end of all of the
Okay,
bullshit
see,
that's going
yeah,
on.
we definitely need to find out where he is.
That's
It's a
guaranteed.
bare minimum.
So it specifically
So-
says that only a wish spell can reveal the location of the spherical bastille.
Hmm.
It
Right,
doesn't
the best
say
deal.
that a wish spell can't remove him from that.
Ooh. So we could just
I mean-
wish that Chad is back here with us.
Or, Edmund proposes, he could try to not wish for the reveal of the location, but wish that Chad is freed, and then Chad could use his power.
Ooh.
Well, would we know
we all
that?
know?
Would he know that Chad had that power?
That's a good point. I don't think he would, actually. Now that I think about it, because Chad just drew 2 cards, so I don't think he would know that.
And we don't know where Chad is if he is free to.
Who's?
Yeah, right. So I should just. So yeah. So he should just wish for the location.
Couldn't say if you wish that Chad was free with us. That's one wish.
I can try.
By wording, that's one wish.
Be really careful.
Okay. Closes his eyes. I wish that Chadwick Plinth, aka Jadramie Strongjaw, was free from his prison and with us.
Oh, fucking wait.
What you gotta bring us into it?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Chad, the last thing you remember is you were pulling a card. The next thing you remember is you are standing right where you were pulling a card, and you are completely naked.
Oh!
And everybody, Chad appears right next to you.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Were the clothes
Oh.
his prison?
I vomit out of nervousness.
I start picking at my clothes that are around me.
Edmund falls on his knees and starts to sob uncontrollably. And in his voice, over and over again, you just hear the words, "I'm sorry."
Sorry for what?
He's just, I mean, he's unconsolable.
Oh, okay.
He's sobbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned.
I at least put on pants and then I go and console him. And
Yeah.
say, it's okay. It's okay. What?
You were,
I don't.
You were gone. You were gone. He's just, I mean, he's sobbing.
Can I grab the deck?
Yeah, I mean, he just grabbed 2 cards from it, so it's just sitting there. Yeah.
Put it in my bag.
Before you put it away,
It's
I've
gone.
been
Chad, once again,
as you take it.
you remember everything that has
I know.
happened. So now all of a sudden you're back. You don't know what's happening right now. I mean, you do, but you don't.
Yeah. I don't know exactly where I was, and a lot has happened that also seems to have not happened.
Yeah, I guess actually the last thing you remember is activating that power, like being in the forest on your knees with Edmund sobbing in front of you, activating that power. And then you appeared naked after drawing a second card.
What a trip. Quinn, you wish drugs could do this. You wish.
Well, if I do enough of them.
But I do know that Quinn and whoever else was saying it, that this deck is bad news, and I don't want to draw another card, but I have a way that makes it probably impossible, if not very difficult, to draw a card if you would let me have the box that it's in.
Can you tell us first before we do that?
Yeah,
We've had a little bit of
I
a
can seal
argument before
I can
this all
seal the
happened.
box shut. And
How?
like very early in this campaign I got sovereign glue and I haven't used it. And so I would like line any openings, and I have I think 4 charges of it.
Any openings?
Of the box.
Come on.
I'll save one for you, Morton. But I don't know. There are ways to get past this, but from what Quinn you
No, that's
identified,
a good idea. No, that's
I
smart.
think that's a really good idea.
Edmund breaks his sobbing for a second to look up at specifically Rosie, Quinn, and Morton, and then starts to sob more.
I don't even look at him.
Yeah, for sure.
No, same.
I poop on him. No, I don't do that.
In that glue.
and I'll like still being near Edmund, but I'll glue. I don't know what kind of, if it's like a slide opening or however, but whatever opening, I'll use at least
Imagine like a
however
cigar
many.
box.
A really nice humidor.
But I'll put glue around the seam of the opening and hold it for a minute, and then it's sealed. And I'll like try to pry it open and find any other weaknesses that I might, and glue that too. So however many charges I'll use it, but I'll
just say the one, and yeah, you
Okay.
try to pry it open, and that box is sealed shut.
Hell yeah.
Now, where
carry it.
do we want to keep it on us,
We
or do
could
we want to
bring
put
it back to Lavaria. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I don't know
seems
if
like
they have
Lavaria's a pretty safe spot. It's like a hidden city. You can only get there if I mean, that seems like a pretty safe spot.
Good
I mean,
idea.
that's a good starting point, but I think
Yeah.
if we can get it out of Tayaroth, it might be the best in the long run. That's not the top
Yeah.
of our
Yeah.
checklist. But
Yeah.
taking it to Lavaria for now, I think.
How do I use the second wish?
You can
I
save
We
it.
keep it.
Probably
it.
wish that I had a bunch of gold or something.
Shut up! Shut your mouth!
No.
Shut your goddamn mouth!
I think just
We
keep
wait
it, and
until we really need it.
I'll keep my power
Just
or
like all
whatever
the
it is
gold.
too.
What is your other power?
Yeah, I guess you. Not sure when
Wait, you
this
drew
is.
another card?
I drew 2 cards, and the first one let me change something. Basically, make something that happened have not happened. And the second card I drew wasn't actually the first card of my second choice that I drew originally. It's a whole thing. I don't think I'm ready to dive into it until we get back to Lavaria and I can know that it fixed things.
One of us die or something?
Um,
Oh, Jesus.
but I just want to make sure everything's back to normal before I jinx it by saying what happened.
Right.
Okay.
Let's get the fuck out
Also,
of
if we
here.
can take a roundabout way back home, it might also
I think
prevent us.
directly.
It might I mean, it wasn't like bad, but we did run into something on the road that we got out pretty unscathed, but it was the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Is that
So
was that
On the way
from
here?
one of the cards?
no, he just lives in the forest. They just live in the
Like-
forest. She
Like a good freaky or
they-
a bad freaky?
no bad freaky. Very
I
Like-
lean in like a bad freaky for them or a bad freaky for you?
just bad freaky in general. Like
Oh God, no,
creature.
Are we not
that-
gonna pretend like? Are we just gonna sit here and pretend like nothing that just happened didn't happen?
We're going to go back and have drinks and probably commiserate about that, I would guess. But we need to
What
keep
happened?
our heads in case there's.
You drew a card and you disappeared, and Maywin and I were the only ones who were vocal enough who wanted to pull more cards in order to save you. The others wanted to try and find another way.
Okay.
Yep.
To be clear, we did everything we could before we did the drawing of the card.
We don't know that Quinn knew exactly what was going on. What if Chad would have been in danger? Every second was. I just don't understand what you
Dad
all
knew
are
the
willing
dangers
to.
when he drew cards.
You all act like a second family, like friends, but you treat each other right.
Okay. Quinn, you identified the card that took Chad, right? Magically?
Mhm.
So you knew exactly what we needed to do?
Yes.
Yes, and
Correct, Your Honor.
according to Quinn's word, the one who lies more than anyone else in this party. Listen, I apologize for
Coming from the guy who stole a couple of sending stones.
I apologize.
Is that really
What?
you did?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, buddy, you can afford some sending stones.
See, it's just like you, Quinn. Bringing in something honestly irrelevant that was done in good faith just to make yourself look better. Once again, I
Yep.
apologize for the way I said things, but you all needed to hear it. Morton, you're too obsessed with yourself. Rosie, you try to control us too much. And Quinn, you're just flat out an ass.
Mm-hmm. You know, we could have had this conversation peacefully back in the Vaya when we know all is safe.
Oh, once again, you know the exact way to do it.
Yeah, that's why you threatened to make a deal with Wolfram to bring back.
I would have done
Chad.
anything
Left
to
us.
bring back Chad, including harming myself, which, yes, I realize Wolfram would have done, but at least Chad would have been.
You realize how horrible that is. You wouldn't have had.
It wouldn't have done
Chad
anything
back.
to you. You would have had
done
me.
something to Chad. and to you. You would have never been able to be with Chad if you were...
He would be able to be with his sister, his mother.
You act as if that's selfless, to rip yourself out of someone's life just because you think it will serve them better in the long run. You're making decisions for other people just like that, and a decision with
Are
our
you really the one who
worst
should
enemy.
be talking about making decisions for other people?
Yes, because I've made horrible ones. I've done horrible things for the sake of sacrificing myself in order to do this, but to make myself feel better about bad decisions. Well, at least XYZ will be happy. We would have had to eventually, probably, based on the fact that I got turned into a vampire by Wolfram, we probably would have had to kill you.
Well, that's something you've wanted to
Chad
do for a while.
would have had to kill
Okay, let's just.
you.
Edmund, you got what you wanted. Chad's back. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And I'll start to walk away.
Notice how she said what I wanted, not what she wanted.
Maybe you should have just flown away, Edmund. I'm gonna walk away.
When? No, you shouldn't have.
And Edmund walks away as well. And all three moody people have walked away.
I'm still there. I'm still there.
Finishing putting on his clothes and
Chad's just getting dressed this entire time. Guys, hey guys, no wait, guys.
I just killed my mom and now everyone's mad. And he runs after Edmund.
I stay with Rosie and the kids.
Laura definitely waits until you're clothed, but hugs you and loves you. All right, and so you all start making your way.
Are we making our way separately, or are we going as a group?
I think it's separate but together. Like I think you guys are like different like levels.
We're just paced kind of a way.
So you run up to Edmund and you guys are walking along.
I basically ask him to tell me exactly what happened. I was like, and then in more of a hushed tone, I tell him what happened just because it was a lot and I feel like I can't not talk about.
Yeah, and that's like really weird for him to hear too.
Yeah, and so he fills him in on everything, but like asked to not tell anyone yet until like we get back to Lavaria and know that my mom's safe there. She's well. This actually fixed it, and kind of ends it there, and talks about also how they had a really nice date, and that was really nice, and things were going well until
he listens to all that and thinks that it's great and also horrible, and listens to you and talks to you and gives you a big hug and a hand squeeze afterwards, and then he tells you. What if you and I didn't stay in Lavaria?
Where would we go?
Barrington, ourselves, without the others. They don't like me. They never have. Despite what you and Maywin supposedly preach over and over again, Rosie always just tries to control my impulses. Quinn has never been anything but dickish to me. And Morton is too obsessed with himself to care about me at all. And Flint is woof.
He sounded like he was the loudest of the bunch.
Yeah. Flint just wants to steal my powers, and I mean he's apologized for that, but I don't know if that's the case. But
pissing contest with you a lot.
It's just why am I here, Chad? Like. They clearly don't want me here.
Well, I do, and Maywin does. I hear what you're saying. I can't say that the idea of that doesn't sound good initially. We need to talk about it more. I mean, we don't know what we're going to run into there. And yeah, I mean, if we can sneak in just the two of us and find whoever needs to know that I exist, maybe that's easier, maybe it's not. I don't know. But let's at least sleep on it.
Sleep on it. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to just leave you there, Chad. Does that not bother you? That they weren't immediately ready to jump and do anything to save you? These people pretend to care about each other, but they don't.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts a little bit. I can also logically understand where they were coming from, knowing what this deck did, knowing that it made me kill my own mother. I get that part.
But they didn't know that.
I know.
They were only going by what Quinn said. All of a sudden, we believe Quinn, and we trust Quinn. And Quinn, how do we know that Quinn wasn't lying and just wanted to keep that deck for himself? Look me in the eyes and tell me that's not a very Quinn thing to do.
I can't.
But Rosie chose to believe him over me. Someone who she says she cares about. I did everything to redeem myself in her eyes. And I didn't even have to. It wasn't my fault that Quiz did what he did. But I still wanted to redeem myself because I felt bad. I felt poorly. All of these people treating me so shittily for something I never myself did. I have never done anything for this group. Then help them in every single way that I can. Why do I deserve to be treated this way?
You don't. And I'm sorry that you do. Let's not sleep on it, but if all goes the same, let's just talk a little bit more about this over dinner or drinks or whatever. But
yeah, just push it under the rug like we always do.
no, I want to actually talk.
Then let's talk! How about we all talk?
I zip up my fly. What? What did you say?
I think that we should all have a conversation before we get to Lavaria.
About what?
About the dynamics of this group and the toxicity that permeates throughout it. I mean, Maywin has wanted nothing but to share the amazing light and love that she is for as long as I have known her, and yet Morton thinks it's a game to flirt with the cute boy. Quinn treats nobody better than he treats himself. Maybe Maywin. And Quinn has been known to lie, and yet you chose to believe him. And yes, he was right. He was right, yes. But you didn't even once question it. You just chose to immediately be adversarial to me. Why? What did I do to deserve it? Give me a reason to dislike me, other than the fact that I hit you with some hard truths.
Oh, no. No. You were there. You were there. You had the point. Hit us with some hard truths. When push came to shove, you were willing to go to the devil himself rather than think of a logical solution to save the one you claim you love.
There was no logical solution.
And did I not relent when all of the options were exhausted?
Yes, but I was telling you the options were exhausted long before you decided it for yourself.
Before they were exhausted.
No!
Before we... All of us here...
All I did was get angry because someone that I love was missing. And I said some things out of anger that maybe you didn't want to hear, and if you disagree with me, that's fine. But what have I done to
you're
make...
the only one that loves Chad, or wanted to get Chad's back.
Sure did seem that way.
Yes.
Sure did.
You were angry.
Feelings aren't truths, Edmund.
You were angry and willing to fight us immediately.
I wasn't willing to fight you. You were willing to fight me. It goes both ways. That's what I'm talking about. You feel so high and mighty and that your opinion is the better one. And so any opinion against that is the wrong one and the one that should be shot down. But it doesn't change the fact that it's still just an opinion. You think yours is more important than mine. Flat out, that's the truth.
Is that when you thought yours was more important than ours? We could
Exactly.
go in circles with this all day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We could go. Everyone here thinks that their opinion is better than the person next to them in some way, shape, or form. We all want to be right. I was wrong.
I can't be the only one that thinks the dynamics of this group are fucked.
Rosie, please, you have the floor. Or are you wanting to do something for Zach?
I want to do an insight check as this is going on Chad and what Chad is thinking and what Chad is feeling.
Sure.
And how Chad feels we handle the situation based on the information that he is hearing.
Remember to roll deception on if we don't want to hear the answer. JMO.
18.
With an 18, I would say that I'll let JMO speak for majority of it, but I would definitely say that because JMO herself admitted it as Chad, and you rolled an 18, there is a sense of hurt. Chad feels a little hurt. You also feel a sense of understanding, but Chad does feel a little hurt. And then JMO, you can say what?
Yeah, I would say that exactly. Of this whole time, I would think that Chad is still like holding Edmund's hand, and knowing that Chad heard about what happened from Edmund's point of view, however truthfully it says it's still from his view and his emotions, I think he would definitely feel hurt and a little betrayed at how quickly it was shot down when he
Makes
knows
sense, yeah.
that like he wasn't the only one who wanted to draw a deck just to see what would happen or draw a card. And so there's definitely mixed emotions, but right now he's standing like not picking sides, but standing with Edmund and his hurt and his own hurt as well.
That's what you get.
Is the argument between Morton and Edmund happening still?
I mean, maybe, but like you can get a word
It's
in.
never ending.
Yeah.
You said something.
Yeah,
you said something. It
yeah.
stopped us from talking.
I did?
Yeah, you were like.
Well, no, that was like an out of character.
I just wanted to do something.
But I'll say
it was just the insight check.
But I'll say you can. There's a moment of pause where you can get a word.
Yeah, I would just look at Chad as it's like simmering down, and I would say, "I'm sorry, Chad. But I think you know that we would have found a way to get you." And I'll take a step back and let that sit for a minute.
You're right, Rosie. I am willing to admit I should have had the patience that I didn't have. And I should not have implied that you all didn't want to get Chad. But what I'm not willing to bend on is the fact that you pretend to be a team at times, but you don't act like one. Quinn, if Maywin would have been the one to disappear, you would have drawn a card immediately.
Probably.
Do you not care about us as much as you care about May? And I know it's different. But don't you
No,
care
I
about...
don't.
I mean,
And why isn't that okay?
It is okay, but...
But you're making it sound like it's not, Edmund.
I just said I understand that there's a difference, but I thought we were... Because... Maybe this is on me. Maybe I just thought we were a family.
No,
I mean, we've fought some pretty we've accomplished some great things, and I think it's just I don't think we could do that if we didn't make a good team.
I just thought we were more than a team, I guess.
And I still think that we're a family, and with this, it doesn't make me question that all of you love me like a family. But what I think the problem is we don't understand that even if we're a family, there are those that we might care for more, even within the group.
That's fine. I understand that.
No, and what I'm saying is, all that it seemed, I wasn't there, but it seemed like just anger pointed toward Edmund for wanting to draw a card. When Quinn, you would have done the same for May. When Rosie, when what happened to you, when we tried to, yes, get them fixed back to us, there came a point that your anger came out that we were not prioritizing that. So the lack of understanding for what Edmund was feeling at that point, that's what I don't understand from you all.
I mean, you weren't, I don't know what you heard happened. I don't know if maybe this is me. Maybe I made this up, but it felt like there was a lot of personal attacks coming from Edmund and all of us, and we were just telling him to chill.
But I've already apologized for the personal attacks, and I definitely apologize.
That's where our anger came from.
However, she is right. However, he is right. I understand that I acted rashly, and I said things that I do think maybe should have been said, but I said them in a horrible way, and I understand that, and I'm sorry. But, like he said, all of you, Quinn would have been freaking out just as much if it was Maywin. Rosie would have been freaking out just as much if it was Gilmarie. But as soon as I freak out over someone that I love, I'm treated as I had a rapier pointed at me. From a man that I've known from before all of you. And you did it without a second's thought. I never would have done that. Ever. Would I have tried to stop you from doing something? Yes. Of course I've tried stopping you all from doing something. But I never would have threatened you harm. And it came so naturally to you.
Edmund, you're right. We have known each other longer than anyone here. We're not dealing with money or drugs or yeah, I look pointedly at Quinn for that. We're not I'm kidding. We're not dealing with money or drugs or a wolf coming out of the woodwork. We're dealing with problems on a cosmic scale that could, whether we know it or not, tip the balance of existence itself. And we reacted, specifically me, my actions. I acted the way I did because I knew exactly what you were feeling. I understand that. And people, when they feel that way, do not take 1 second to think. They jump. And that's when the most damage can happen. So you're right. I am sorry that I pointed my rapier at you because I was scared about what came next.
Understand? I should have seen where you were coming from.
We're all fucked in this world right now. All of us here right now. We got taken out of time to come back to a world full of death and war and gods trying to do whatever the fuck they want with people willing to help them at a moment's notice. We have monsters. We have evil, if you want to call it. I don't necessarily believe in true evil, but we're here. We're in an experience that no one else could possibly relate to in this world.
And that's why I thought that
we are a family. We are a family. You've seen how much shit I've given Quinn for considering himself over anyone else multiple times. And rightfully so. All of you have given me shit for the same. All of us have given each other shit at one point or another, specifically because we were acting irrationally for a moment.
I've never acted irrationally. I just wanted to point that out. Flint says that.
Who was that?
Flint.
I just look over at Flint and I go, yeah, all right. We'll discuss that definitely when we get back to the bar. Yeah.
Shale just says, all right, ages himself every three years a day. told you that in confidence, Shale.
It's our job for ourselves to be accountable to one another, which is what we're doing now, and is what we did then. I don't know what's in the deck. I'm not holding it. I don't know what's in the deck. We got obscenely lucky that you got 2 wishes. They fought death. They might have fared all right, but they fought death. Whatever Chad doesn't want to talk about, she doesn't have to. It's probably worse if the only option was to come back to that moment and change it.
You're right about that. And he squeezes your hand.
I would beg you, Edmund, all of us, if we're willing to cause more harm than good, because we don't think for one moment, that requires a lot of internal reflection. Not being in control of yourself, being pulled by this base emotion at every possible second. I felt it. Wolfram taught me that pretty clearly. It's not good, and it only leads to worse things. So I'm sorry.
No, Morton, I appreciate you for taking the time to actually talk to me and explain it. I appreciate that. And Quinn, sorry for the personal attacks, but I guess now I know where we stand.
Yes, you do.
And Rosie, I guess I just wanted you to stop treating me like a mother at the times that were bad, because you never did when it was good. And I guess I know where we stand now, too. You're muted.
You're muted.
No, I just said I don't say anything.
Okay, cool.
No, I do say one thing. No. I'll look at him. No anger. No malice. And I'll just say, I'll kind of look at Chad too. Yeah, I'll look at Chad also. And I'll say, I guess the difference between this scenario and a lot of other scenarios, especially my scenario, is that in the end, yours came back to you. And I still haven't seen you in 15 years. So maybe I do have a family I need to take care of.
Maybe. You want it. I could wish them here.
No, I don't need your help, thank you. Then I'll turn around and go sit and wait for everybody to move.
And he looks at you, Chad, and he says, exactly what I thought.
What was that?
What a fucking
I
asshole. What a
out loud.
fucking asshole.
I out loud to Edmund. What was that?
I said exactly what I thought.
What did you think?
That Rosie only wants to treat me like a family member when she's mad at me and has something to yell at me about. And as soon as she is challenged in any way, or has the opportunity to be a parental figure when it matters, she doesn't.
Okay.
Which is why I said I know where we stand now.
I look at Chad just look at him. I just look at him.
Go ahead and say what you want to say, Rosie.
I don't want to say anything.
Well, you clearly do. You clearly have a thought
No,
on your
I
mind.
want to see Chad. I don't care what you have to say anymore, Chad.
Exactly what I thought. This is the true you, Rosie.
Chad's been through, I don't know, unspeakable horrors in the past 30 minutes / 2 to 3 days. And somehow, Edmund, you've made it all by yourself, man. And everybody's treating you poorly. I'm gonna go join Rosie.
Just for the sake of, we do have to continue in a direction. Chad, can we avoid the thing that you said was scary that was in the woods?
I think roughly I can try, but he kind of popped out of nowhere.
Do you remember vaguely where? Are there any identifying markers or anything?
I don't know, Zach.
No,
Can I do something to try to avoid it? Or, I mean,
Not
I assume
really.
it's just woods.
Yeah.
So,
Probably not that bad.
yeah, like I said, it wasn't. No one got hurt. You just had to tell him something, but definitely nightmare fuel.
You wouldn't think a being like that would remember what we had said before, would you?
I don't think it's actually happened. I think I'm the only one that likely remembers what has happened.
Just making sure that we'll have our same answers. So I think unless May, you have anything you'd like to contribute, I think we move on our way.
I'm gonna just hop on top of Addie and start going without saying anything.
Let's go.
I'll give a last look before moving to Rosie, and very much the wanting to say something, but I don't know what to say at this point. And then continue walking with Edmund.
Do you just keep a hold of Edmund's hand, or you let go and walk over to Rosie?
I look at Rosie, but I keep Edmund's hand and keep walking.
All right.
Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw.
Like, oh no, is he gonna come back?
Everybody roll a.
I'm trying to determine.
Saving throw to see if we're depressed on the walk back.
I'm trying to determine if Edmund uses his wish spell.
It's not the best.
Gasp.
About this.
He'll wish us all dead or some bullshit.
Do it. I say do
If
it.
he wishes that we don't remember anything, or he goes back,
I'm sure he's
to
gonna
see
wish. Yeah, he'll
that he
wish
didn't say
something.
anything, I'm gonna
won't
be
really change.
so pissed. I might have to quit this campaign.
Won't really change Quinn's feelings.
I'm gonna be so mad. I quit. I just quit right then.
Honestly,
Do it. Do it.
if
Do
you
it.
just
Do
change
it.
Quinn's feelings, I would laugh so hard.
I wish Quinn liked me.
Unless he was gonna be emo about his wish, then don't do it.
He's only gonna be emo. There's nothing that
He doesn't do anything.
Oh.
That you notice.
Yeah. Oh no.
So we will say, for the sake of brevity,
Drink.
all of the same individuals get caught in his trap. And all of the same ones. So that is a canon event.
No.
That is a canon event that happens. It can't be avoided.
Is it exactly?
I
Oh, no,
didn't
wait,
give
sorry.
him the timpani.
You didn't?
No, not this time.
Okay, well then never mind. We're just gonna say we're just gonna say you didn't go. I just wanted to get rid of the Tony. So we're
I
just
would
gonna
have given
say
him the diamond I would have
wanted to get
used
rid of
to
the
save Chad's mom.
Jesus Christ.
No, I was. No, you're just. It's not gonna happen.
Oh.
So it doesn't happen. And you make it back to Lavaria.
Blade comes running.
Laith comes running.
Oh no.
He sees you all. What happens when Laith comes running?
I walk past him.
Okay.
Oh.
It was a bit depressing.
Yeah.
Chad, Edmund stops you before you guys get to the cliff. And he
Mhm.
says, I just, they're not going to want me to continue. So, I mean, they just told me that. So, what do I do? I mean, do I even come into the city? I mean, I'm sure I'm not allowed at the house anymore.
And I don't think it's that drastic. I mean, even if they don't want you around, they're not gonna kick you out into the wilds. And this is just a city. We can stay at the tavern or something. We don't have to stay in the giant mansion house that I assume we've all been staying at together.
We have been staying at the Big Brother house.
But I mean, what's going to happen with us after this? I mean,
Don't know.
Rosie clearly hates me now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they all feel about me anymore.
You brought up such a good point. I mean, they're so quick to forgive each other for things. But you know who they're not quick to forgive? Me.
Yeah.
I finally found someone I loved in this world, and I acted rash because of it. And Morton, fucking Morton, was the one to take some time and listen to me and think about it from my side. And Rosie, the woman who I literally looked to as a maternal figure, just dropped me. As soon as I said something angry towards her. And it just proves everything right that I thought in anger. And we don't even have to get into Quinn. He hates anyone who's taller and better looking.
Oh, hold on.
He also might be in love with me, so that could also not be great for your case.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that.
So yes. I don't want to keep I don't want it to seem like I'm pushing your idea of just us going to Barrington. But I know it I would like to have that date with you before we go into anything crazy again. I have the memory of it, sure, but if it didn't actually happen, I want to sit down and have a meal with you. We don't have to even talk about anything that just happened. And I really want to see my mom. But I don't want you to not come in there with me. We can grab it to go and have a picnic just outside of town, even.
Chad, I am not willing to take you away from me. They need you. And you need them, and I fucked up. And they're not going to be able to have me back. I don't know what to do.
I don't either. I feel like I'm in two timelines that are vastly different, and it's making my head spin a little bit. And up until a point, that other timeline was great, and this one is great in other ways, but also just as terrible. And
Just to know one mistake in the thralls of potentially grieving would make me lose everything that I've worked for so hard in these past few months.
yeah.
Right, well, let's go.
Okay. Well, one more thing before we go in. I love you too. I'll give him a kiss on the cheek and then walk in.
And as you all enter Lavaria, that is where we will stop for this evening. And we will see what remains of a little help next week.
No, that's a different stream.
Yes,
Remains
this
is
was
a
an
different
episode
stream.
of Remains. Absolutely right.
So thank you to my players for being able to places and realize that sometimes that happens in real life. So happened in
Yeah, this is real life.
It was
real.
good.
It does feel real. Like I genuinely, as Zach, feel like my feelings hurt. But I don't. I mean, I don't actually. But like, I have the feeling of my feelings.
My body
being hurt.
feels like it's holding on to hurt feelings.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
My non-confrontational self was so stressed.
Triggered.
My confrontational self was like, all right, what did he say in his argument? Rebuttal.
That's
Yeah, we saw. We were there.
that's
I don't
what
feel
I.
anything.
That's we know. That's what I love about
We
these
know that,
games,
Eric.
though,
You
is
have no
that they
feelings.
let you. It can be cathartic.
Yeah.
And then to be reminded that actual life is much better. But anyway, thank you all for joining us so much. That's it for this week on Charmed Person. So nothing else for this week. But a week from today, 2 p.m. Central, will be the next session in Tayaroth. Maybe this time we'll go. We'll actually have a progression in the timeline, and not erase everything that we've done.
Who knows? Don't tempt me.
Yeah. But I will say that does let you learn something about that power, Chad. The further back you go, the further back we go.
Yep.
And anyway, so that's a week from today, and then Monday at 7 p.m. Central, Monday the 24th, is going to be Candlekeep Part 2. So join us on the Muffins' second expedition. We're not even the Muffins yet, but join us there. We're not the Muffins for a long time. We didn't come up with our party name until apparently very far into the future of our party. But anyway, check us out there. And then Thursday is Monster Hearts session number 2. Very excited to welcome in the new student, as well as just get back into that world. Long run campaign, and I'm excited to keep that going. So stay tuned to @CharmPersons on all social media for more updates. Thank you to my players, the best players a GM can ask for. I say it every time, but I mean it every time, especially today. And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.